Hey everyone! Welcome to today's one-shot within the Harvest House. I'm your DM Mike, and I'm joined with my amazing players. Say hello everyone!
Hey.
Hello everyone!
Yay! Well, I am joined, let's go in order. First off, on our very left, we have Titan from Titan Fish Killer on Instagram, as well as all the other socials. She's an amazing artist as well, but I'll let her take it away. Where can people find you, Titan?
I primarily hang out on Instagram, like you said, at Titan Fish Killer. I also do commissions over there, and I'll give you a link to my link tree, and I'll take you to all the places you go. And I also have a Redbubble where I do some nerdy D&D and occasionally now anime-inspired designs. So, redbubble.com/TitanFishKiller in case you're interested.
Ooh, even animated. Nice. Right, real quick before we begin, thank you so much, Cape Sword, for both the biddies. Appreciate it. Moving on over to that, we have Aaron. He was also one of our guest players on our main campaign, but also we've worked together plenty of times. An amazing RPer, role player on his own, as well as he has his own channel, Riot Sad Wizard _ with each word on Twitch. What's going on, man?
Hey everybody. Yeah, I've been hanging out with Mike for a while now. Man, oh man, I don't like looking at the calendar and thinking back how long it's been. But, yeah, you can find me on Twitter at SadWizardGuy, all one word. I don't do a whole lot. I have a podcast that I'm doing right now, an improv podcast, if you're interested in that. But otherwise, I'm just happy to be here, playing Dungeons and Dragons.
We're happy to have you. Following that, we have Aspen from Dungeon Journals. What's going on? And you are just blowing us out of the water once again, showing us up, dressing
Absolutely showing us up.
The funny thing is that the way we have the stream overlay is you are right next to your cartoon version of your character, and yourself, it's 1-to-1.
Nice. That was the goal.
But where can people find you, Aspen?
We are on Instagram under Dungeon Journals, or we also have a website, dungeonjournalgoods.com. Yeah.
And you want to show off? I think we actually have your goods.
Something. I always have a cluster of D&D things somewhere around here. Hold on.
There it is.
I give you.
The funny thing is, it's one of the few books that you always put back into its case so it doesn't get dirty.
8 journals that are in this drawer, and the drawer is probably going to die one of these days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Planning on doing a product expand soon, so we'll see how that goes.
Ooh, hint, a little sneak preview on that one. Little announcement.
Exactly.
And then, of course, a familiar face of the channel, if you ever watched us before, we have Amber.
Yeah, I periodically cry on stream on the regular now. So, in character. But yeah, actually Titan made my art. So,
yeah,
she's beautiful.
You can see all the names here. We'll give you a chance to describe your character in just a second. Beforehand, we just got to go through a few announcements. First of all, if you guys haven't seen chat already, or at least the scrolling graphics that we have here, we generally use Astral Tabletop as our virtual tabletop platform of choice. If you like the maps that we've made in the past, or if you've seen the maps we make now and you want to make something like that, you can always join up for a gold account and use the promo code Arcane Focus, as well as the link if you just type !Astral, and you'll get a free month of gold, which is pretty cool. In addition to that, we have some brand new merch, some stickers, yeah, and we've kind of switched over from like Streamlabs over to Spring Tea. So if you type, I believe !merch, you'll be given the link in that. So
yeah, working on a Halloween shirt. We're getting there, little by little.
Highland Rose crying on stream. Pog, you do cry a lot.
I don't even try to.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Worst thing. Yeah. It's the worst thing.
Okay. Everyone needs a little cry time.
Dungeons and Dragons, paid therapy. Same thing.
Sure, same thing.
It's my fault.
Mental trauma.
It's my
That's
fault.
a joke. Don't do that, internet. They are not the same thing.
No, they are not.
Well, are you guys ready?
I think I'm ready.
No, but yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's paint a scene for you guys. The smell of expensive bourbon fills your nose as you stand in a well-decorated room, the crackling of the fire off to the side and the view of fine rugs around you, and furniture that almost adorn the space in just finely made wood. you are now looking out a second-story window and see the town of Vinelock below you, as the greenery and surrounding trees are filled with orange, red, and yellow leaves that mark the town as a bright beacon of the changing season. For whatever reason it was, you all accepted a job from the lord of this manor, Oscar Silverthrow. He's informed you that a group of bandits and thieves have been accosting travelers and trade outside of Vinelock's boundaries, outside of his own hand. While Vinelock is a very well-to-do farm town, they are lacking forces that can take down these rapscallions. He's agreed to pay you 2,000 gold to bring the leader of the bandits, a half-elven man by the name of Jackson the Sly, alive for due process. We're not barbarians here in Vinelock. You all agreed. And he has paid you 1,000 gold up front. And will pay you the rest upon delivery. He has given you extra rope, manticles, and a map of the area on hand, as well as the surrounding forest lands. You all left the manor and headed out towards the surrounding forest, passing farmland that is littered with squash of all sizes and color, pumpkins, and other autumn harvests. Farmers thank you as you walk by, as you continue your travels, knowing that you are the ones who are going to help them take down these very accosted bandits. As you start to walk, the sound of dry leaves crunch with each footstep, and it takes you 3 days to get to the spot in the map that was marked for you. There, sneaking upon a group of bandits, sleeping underneath the night stars, are Jackson the Sly's group, as well as himself. You spring out, attacking him, and as well as taking out a lot of his companions. You throw him down on the ground, and you capture Jackson the Sly. You knock him out. Right now, he's currently unconscious. You start to tie him up, slap the manacles on his hands, and now you are making your way back to Lord Silverthrow. So, a few questions I have for the party. Actually, now that we're talking about the party, let's introduce each other. Let's go with you, Titan. What do we see as we see a group of 4 individuals walking with another one tied on their back?
So, this particular individual has a bit of like a stout build, a large battle axe with gold instead of iron on their back. And most notably, instead of the chain, there is this large pumpkin helmet covering the entirety of their head with only a slit across the front for vision's sake. But otherwise, neck down, just average fighter type, but with gold instead of iron or steel.
All right. Aaron, could you please describe your character?
Well, what you see when you look at when you look at Vorp isn't, it's unsettling, but it's not unsettling in a way that like, ooh, that's spooky. It's unsettling in like a like kind of way. You see a very small dark like gray purple skinned gnome with little like bones and teeth for earrings, a long scraggly beard that goes down to his waist, that is completely unkempt, like matted and gross, and just there's dirt in it. His nose is like sun bleached and burnt, cracked a little bit. He looks just old as hell. Just oh man, he looks like he's been around since the beginning of time and then some. He doesn't have a shirt on, and his skin has like these like white ink marks and stuff that look like they were supposed to be tattoos but have faded with time. And he does have pants on, luckily, but they're this old like canvas material, and he doesn't have any shoes on. And he's actually perched on top, on the shoulders, sitting on like with his hands on the top of the head of one of the bandits. But the bandit, he isn't what he used to be. He, instead of making normal people noises, he's just kind of shuffling along, making noises in the realm of
We
and
see
that's pretty much it.
like flesh of blood husk of what the bandit used to be. Just walking just aimlessly and just turning in the only direction that Vorp you start to look and just sort of telepathically tell this creature what to do. Aspen, could you please describe your character?
My character's name is Briar Atrim. She has black hair at the roots that fades to a silvery white. She has like a weird living crown of black leaves and black roses that adorn her head, and she has various like markings that go across her face. She's relatively short, like about 5'2" for a human, and yeah, she's a little bit weird.
To say the least.
Just a little.
To say the least. Just
There's that aura, I would say, of just sort of like uncertainty that is almost revolving around you. And I would say the same aura almost revolves around nobody as well, as there is that sort of constant gaze
weird.
up at what is on this person's head and what's the story behind it. But
and a faint black cloud of like spores like just kind of drift along with her as she walks.
almost like you have a long dress. It almost follows at your feet and just continues walking or like following with you. I love it.
She has a cloak.
And then we shift our gaze to the next character. Amber, could you please describe your character?
So I am playing Tavora. She has stark white hair, stark white eyebrows and eyelashes. She has a little bit of a glow to her eyes. Very thin, very kind of gaunt, very pale. Like she has no blood running through her, but that's just how she is. And she carries a quarterstaff, and around it she has little bird skulls that kind of wrap around the middle of the quarterstaff. And her armor is all jet black with a few minor silver details and spikes at the top.
Love it. All right. Well, as you guys are currently walking back southbound towards Vinelock, I have a few questions for the party here, and this will be up to you guys how you would like to play this out. First of all, you guys do have Jackson the Sly. He's currently knocked out in your possession. Who is carrying Jackson?
I think Briar might be dragging him. I don't think she'd carry him, but she'd be dragging him by like his arm or foot.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say you definitely have like the rope tied across his ankles, and you have like one end of the rope, and you're just grabbing it. Second of all, you guys do have a map. It's not that crazy where you would need to make survival checks, but definitely it's one of those moments where you're in a new town, you're in a surrounding forest, so someone has the map. Who is the map?
Orp will take it.
All right, Warp, you're currently leaning on one of the husk of a bandit, and you're sort of looking at the map, looking at your surroundings.
It's like sprawled out on the back of its head.
Yeah.
Let's see where we going here.
You're like tapping the head too, because you know it's not going to bother it. And you're just like, this way, making it this way. Second of all, who in this party considers them the leader of the group? Who's leading the chart? Who's like in the front?
Definitely not in the front.
Nobody might be in the front. Not necessarily leading, more of just like meandering.
Sure. Okay.
Like
well,
walking with a purpose, but clearly does not know the destination or really care.
Totally true. Yeah, but nobody's taken the initiative to start sort of walking ahead of the rest of the party, definitely being more of the front face right now, which is pretty ironic considering what you have in your head. And lastly, I wonder if this makes it for you, Tavora, but would you be considered being the lookout at this moment?
Oh yeah, that'll work.
Okay, perfect.
She does err on the side of caution.
Briar, as you're currently dragging Jackson the Sly through the dried leaves, you can definitely hear just a bit of rocks almost rubbing against like his chin and face as he's currently being dragged. You definitely see like scraping.
Conk.
Yeah, maybe a log type of thing, and definitely the log hitting his side temple wakes him up. What? You see, like he can't really do that. He's manacled up, so he goes like, What? Stop! Stop! Who the fuck are you?
Briar wouldn't have stopped. She would have kept walking.
Come on!
What's your language here, bub?
Oh, what the fuck is going on?
Should I hit him again? Do we need to hit him again?
You want to hit him again? Future
You
one.
should probably hit him again, yes.
Okay. She'll hit him with the course.
Getting knocked again.
Remember, alive. Just alive. Not in one piece, just alive.
All right. Clearly, you're all mercenaries. All right. If it's money you want, yeah. I tell you what. Stop moving. All right. Let me talk. You're still moving.
It's still moving.
If you let me go, I'll give you 200 gold each, huh? Good, huh?
We're getting way more than that to take you in alive.
Wait. Do you have it on you?
No, I have it hidden. I'll tell you where it is if you let me go.
We're gonna go ahead and just keep going then. If that's copacetic with everyone else.
Yeah, no, we get more than 200 each if we continue, so...
You start to go over like a very like rubble, gravel path, and you just start to hear like the numerous rocks getting sort of caught in his like his own garb and armor. He's like, come on! You know what? I don't want to talk to you. And he points to you, Vorp, and he's like, I don't want to talk to you. Who's the leader here, huh?
Well, that's offensive. Would you rather talk to your old friend? What was his name? I don't know what to call him. And I'll point at the zombie.
Terrence.
I don't like that name. I'm gonna call him Jethro. Is that all right? Hey, Jethro, pick his head up so he doesn't die hitting a log.
Fine.
He picks him up, and immediately as Briar, you say, was it nobody who said he'll be fine? But regardless,
I said he'll be fine.
Briar, as you say that, this husk of a bandit looks to you and looks back to you, Vorp, like, should I let go?
What are you looking at me for? I told you to pick him up. Pick him up. Dumb shambling corpse.
Jackson ends up like, come on, help a poor halfling, a half-elf. Besides, you getting more money, so that means you're working with someone higher up. Silverthrow, yeah? I know where he hides his money. We could team up, we could steal from him a bigger payday.
I don't think you actually know. Or else you would have already gotten it for yourself.
She's a smart one.
Roll me an I mean, you know what? You don't need to. That was great. You could clearly tell this guy's bullshitting you.
I liked him better when he was unconscious.
You guys continue walking. The sun itself is currently, I would say, like near even. It's about to set. The weather around you starts to almost come up with a chill. A nice, cool breeze starts to come by, and with that, it starts to get a bit still. The sound of crunching leaves as well as rocks still permeate in the area as you guys currently stomp through, with the shambling corpse holding up Jackson the Sly, and he just almost like by the gruff. So he's tied by the legs and by the hands, and is just doing this for the entire time. I'll say.
I dropped him a couple times on accident.
Oops! I dropped you, and picking him back. Come on! Bring him back up. You see like a little bit of blood from falling on a rock. I'll say at this point, probably Tavor, you put something on his mouth to shut him up.
Tie a little piece of cloth around his head. There we go. Want me to knock you out again, or you want to stay conscious? Then shut up.
Much better.
At this point, a small fog starts to come in. Not enough where it starts to obscure your vision. Obviously, due to the still constant sunlight, it's sort of burning away. But as this thin layer of fog permeates in the space, the sun finally sets. It is nighttime. You guys start to walk a bit further just to find a good camping spot. And without the heat of the sun to burn away the fog, it starts to grow in size. You start to get a little bit of that fog musk, or sort of a little bit of dampness across your bodies, as you guys start to look for some sort of camping grounds. I'm assuming some of you guys, probably almost, I think maybe just Tavora cannot see in the dark.
No, I can.
Oh, that's right, you can.
120 feet.
I cannot.
Oh, then nobody can't. So I'm assuming nobody, now that you you are leading the charge, so it makes sense that you probably bring out like a torch or something to sort of light the way to find a good space to call it a night. So I would like you, let's say nobody and Tavora, I would like each of you to make me perception checks, since Tavora, you're being the lookout.
Okay. Oh. What's my wisdom? Not my wisdom, my perception.
17.
17.
7.
7. Within this blanket of gray, dense gray and white, only dulling the color of orange and red along the ground, the leaves, you get your torch that starts to burn a little bit of the fog around you. But as you look peering through this blanket, this thick, dense fog, you see another light about 80 feet away from you. And as you sort of lean in, pulling your torch a bit closer to get a better look, it almost mimics yours. As you pull yours in, it does the same. You pull it out, it does the same.
Hold my hand out to stop the rest of. There's someone else
why
too.
we
Briar
stopping?
would have stopped you. What's
Do you
the
see that?
problem?
We'll start like waving the torch back.
Torch.
There's another.
Someone
I'll-
thinks they're funny.
I'll look at Tavora. Do they usually do stuff like this with torches? Is this like a customary thing?
Oh, I don't know. I don't need to use those. But although it piques my interest.
Uh,
You're not
Get
scared of
weird.
the dark, are you?
me? Scared of the dark? I ain't scared of nothing.
What are you guys gonna do?
I don't know.
Hey, who's there?
Nobody's gonna drop the torch and stamp it out.
Okay, you drop the torch. The other torch further 80 feet away within this dense fog does not drop.
So
As
it's
you-
not a reflection.
And as you cry out, Vorp, to see who it is, you hear a bit of laughter coming in.
Someone thinks they're hilarious. making fun of the short deep. No, I get it. Well, I'll send I'll just point out at the light, and I'll cast message.
Okay. I'll say, specifically since it is your spell, you would know if it ever connected with anything. You point out, a bit of arcane words start to whisper outwards and go out. Doesn't connect with anything.
Vorp will get angry and just he'll throw a chill touch out at it.
Almost a secondary, like this necrotic, vein-covered illusion, this almost ethereal hand of Vorp's exits out, leaving a trail of necrotic, like almost bits and spores, almost like equivalent to yours, Briar, but a little more ghastly. Go out. You don't hear an impact.
Well, I think that took care of business. I think we're good, guys.
Do we
We'll fight
still
it.
see it? Anything
Pull out
over there?
battle axe.
Okay. You see Jackson Sly like,
Tavor will slightly lower the. What?
I mean,
You look like
you want to
had
let me
something
go? I can help you.
No.
No, I'm very fond
I'm
of my
going to
paycheck.
go see what that is. Briar is sick of waiting, so she walks forward towards the light.
All right.
Nope, they will also walk
Vorp will dismount Jethro and re-gag the dude.
What? No, wait. Briar and nobody. You guys take the initiative as you start to walk forward. I'm assuming nobody, you probably relight your torch so you can see. but as you continue forward, within 40 feet of the light, the almost like this blurred torchlight starts to come into focus, and you start to get closer. And at this particular distance, you can now smell what smells like cooked meats, dried mead. The smell of just food permeates the space, as well as the sound of laughter and talk and discussion. The lights themselves start to come in more into focus as you start to see that they actually come from a swinging lantern on the porch of an inn.
Nobody, do you remember how close our destination was?
I believe Vorp would have the map, and you guys have traveled currently about a day, so you have about 2 more days of travel.
Nobody will throw out the response. A while.
Should we get the others and come and check out this odd village?
Well, that's the thing, is that it's a single tavern,
Oh.
and it is out in the middle of nowhere. Another thing that you guys would know at this particular point is that you're taking the same pathway back that you got here. And there was no tavern here when you first arrived. When you first passed by.
Is this tavern on the map?
Vorp, as you currently check the map, there should be a river, a bunch of, obviously dense tree lines, but nothing that indicates some sort of establishment.
Be careful, everybody. I think we're having a group hallucination.
Ain't no rest for the wicked, let's go on in.
Cast Divine Sense.
Cast Divine Sense. Let me remind myself. Actually, maybe you can let me know what Divine Sense does.
So,
Evil, dead.
yeah, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can see anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet. That is not behind the little
There definitely isn't undead anywhere near you.
No, I couldn't imagine anyone.
Your eyes flash through the slits within your pumpkin helmet, and as you almost become like fully aware of the area all around you, looking around, you don't see any undead, and as you currently do like a full 180, you do see one that is currently dragging Jackson the Sly with Vorp on top.
Good old Jethro.
Our good
Seems
pet
like-
Jethro.
Well, I'm all in to play if you are. And she'll cast Armor Shadows on herself.
Okay. Bunch of the shadows stick onto your armor. But I'm assuming you guys go in, or if there's another plan of action.
Yeah.
Briar just shrugs and walks in.
Yep.
All right.
Right on in.
Let's see here. As you walk into this inn, you start to see that there is actually a sign above the door that reads Harvey's Harvest Inn. As you walk in, you are hit with a flash, like puff of air of hot, I'm losing my words today. You essentially get a rush of hot air coming from a fireplace off in the corner. You can hear the sound of footsteps hitting wooden floor as you looked off to the right, and you see there's a dance area with plenty of women dancing off in the corner. There is a band playing off on the side. There are several people drinking and gambling. There is a bartender off to the side, and standing right in front of you, right next to a podium, standing on a chair, is a small gnomish man. You see that he is balding, with only sort of the side hair that goes all the way down to like his shoulders. He's got like this brownish hair. You see these big, thick glasses, and his whole entire skin almost is like this orangey tint to it. As he's currently reading a book, as you open the door, you come in and you look behind you, and you see now that the fog itself is starting to collect even further, enough where now it's being obfuscated by the sound of rain coming in the space. The gnomish man looks up at you. Oh goodness! Please come in. Shut the door. It's quite chilly out there. Please come in, warm up, enjoy yourselves. How are you? Hi, how are you? Ooh, you have a friend tied up. That's interesting.
Don't mind him.
Not a.
Okay, well, welcome to the inn. I'm Harvey. Please, we have sweet drinks at the bar if you're interested in some games of chance. We have some regulars playing some blackjack if you wanted to play some of that. And we're also blessed tonight with music. So please, come dance, enjoy yourself, enjoy the merriment.
I hate merriment.
Or you could drink yourself, that's fine. You could drink.
Yeah, that sounds better.
I thought so. Are you gods? Is this something we need to be worried about? And starts to point towards the tied-up man, and then it's like, oh dear, you also have a corpse.
His
Oh,
name
no.
is Jethro. Don't be offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
don't be racist. He's our friend.
I certainly was not trying. You're right. Okay.
he's had a rough day.
We're just mercenaries on the road. We came out to capture a bandit, and now we're looking for a little rest. That's all.
Oh, well, looks like you're having fun. And you definitely see Jackson's like, Well, what's your story? You're mercenaries?
Yeah, we were promised a pretty penny for this guy's head, so bringing him in alive.
Oh, well, you're certainly welcome to enjoy yourselves. It definitely is raining outside. I wouldn't travel in this weather, to be honest, but please make yourself at home at the inn. And starts to like write down, like he's got like 6 new people coming in.
Nobody will lean forward towards the gnome.
Ah, you're interesting.
Are-
You have a pumpkin on your head.
Are you a fae?
Am I a No, I'm not of fae of descent.
That's very rude, nobody. He's a gnome, just like me.
Yes, I recognize this one right away. It's one of my kind.
Are
Well,
you not
that's-
undead?
Oh,
Me? No, I'm not.
I'm learning things every day. Starts to like.
I'm not. Jethro's undead. I'm not.
Your appearance fooled me.
I get that a lot. Don't worry, kid.
But I can ask you guys, there are plenty of things out here for you to do. You can definitely go to the bar, speak to the bartender, you can talk to Harvey some more. You can check out the dancers or the musicians. Or if you want to make some money or maybe test your luck, you can always talk to the gamblers.
I'm gonna go
Briar's going to the bar straight away.
Perfect.
I'm gonna go check out the cards.
You're going to go check out the cards?
Yep.
All right, Devorah's going to the gamblers. Nobody, where are you going?
See, there was like a fireplace.
There is. Right now, next to the dancers as well as some of the musicians, there is a fireplace with a seating space. People are currently warming themselves up.
I'll just go over and just like stand like a board, just perfectly still in front of the fire.
Perfect.
As one does.
And Vorp, what are you doing? You going to the bar?
Vorp will probably find like a table or a booth that's empty. And he'll sit across from Jethro. And talk to him, even though he's not getting any response.
And I'm
Mumble
assuming
things like, fucking gnomes, man. Yeah, I know.
I'm assuming also Jethro also has Jackson still in grasp.
Yeah. He'll be I don't know, on the ground by the table or something. I don't know.
kind of curled up like a cat or a dog.
He's under the table.
You occasionally kick him just to see if he's still there and still alive.
I can't reach him with my tiny legs, so Jethro will have to do it.
Yeah. Let's go in order here for the bar. As Briar, you start to make your way to the bar, you see that there is a dwarvish man, jet black beard that almost comes down to like where his like the middle of his chest is. He's got like almost like a beer belly going on right now. You see like he's a short, stocky individual who you see almost like there's like green tattoos, just like small lines that go like this downwards. As he's currently cleaning a glass, he sees you coming in. Hi, hello.
Hello.
What can I get you?
What is the strongest thing you stock in this pub?
Ooh, well, if you're interested, I have a thing that is called Dwarven Spiced Pumpkin. Something very interesting. We use Dwarven Ale, honey, and mead. Mixing it all together. A bit of a hint of pumpkin extract. It's very delicious.
When and wherever we are, I guess I'll take that one.
Aye, alright. Well, tell you what. Feel free to have your fill, and we'll put up a tab. When you leave,
Even better.
When you leave, we'll put it. We'll settle the tab.
A little ominous, but I'll take it.
And starts to sort of pour you the drink, pours it over. It's like this bright orange drink with a little bit of like cinnamon on top as well. You sort of bring it to your nose. It does smell sweet. You definitely see like an excitement coming from this Dwarven individual. It's like, it hides the liquor really well. You know,
I'm gonna cast Purify Food and Drink because she's paranoid, and that's something that she'd do, and this guy's like giving her an amount of excitement that she's not accustomed to.
Not to worry.
And it's making her uncomfortable.
You actually see what looks like to be a bit of the spores that almost permeate around you start to drop into the glass, and much like microorganisms start to eat away what you can assume may be there or not. You're not sure, but the spell is cast.
Either way, after that she just downs it.
Yeah. It's just careful now. It'll sneak up on you.
She just stares at him.
You're quite an interesting looking bunch. What's your story?
We are mercenaries, here on a mission to capture a bandit.
Oh,
We've
no.
done so and are heading back.
And you yourself? You always travel with these folks?
No, we met by chance, and stayed because we could complete the mission together.
Ah, I see. Well, hopefully you get to enjoy yourself tonight. If you want, I'll pour you another one. Just let me know. Starts to tend to a couple of the other bar patrons. It's not that packed in here, but there definitely is a crowd coming in. It is coming late in the night where you do see some people leave, some people come, sort of an in and out, that type of thing. Moving over to, let's go to Nobody, who is currently standing like a board, like almost like a suit of armor that's been propped up on a holder, just currently looking at the fire as you start to hear music all around you playing, the sound of footsteps dancing around just several feet away from you. And what ends up happening is that three tiefling women come over to you, Nobody. You see definitely different colored hands of red skin tiefling, an orange skin tiefling, and a yellow skin tiefling, places on different parts of your arms, and like look over to you and go, "Oh my God, you look so cool! I like your helmet. Do you want to dance?"
Can dance.
Okay, yeah. And they start to like do that thing where they grab your hands and they start to put you into a circle. They're now like dancing around. The music around you starts to increase as now the band see that there's more people involved, definitely with your involvement. Make me just a performance check to see how well you dance with these ladies. 15. They are almost like they split off, and since now there's 4 of you guys, so there's 3 tieflings and yourself, they split off into pairs and they sort of pass you around. You're kind of like dancing with one, dancing with the other, going around. You're keeping up with the movement. There is definitely like a nod from each one of them, like, "Oh my God, you've danced before. I love it. You're so good." And they start to like let you go. You go to the next one until finally the crescendo of the song ends and everyone sort of bows, sort of concluding this particular session. The music goes up again, this time a little more softer, a little more calmer, definitely a little more jovial still, but they all sit down where you were standing, kind of like in the seating space next to the fire, and they're all laughing. They signal you to sit down. Oh my God. Do you like, I love the helmet. Do you always like wear it, or?
Yes, always.
Wow. That must take like a lot of like attention. And the other one sort of nods like, "Oh yeah. Oh, how rude of me." The red one looks, "Well," oh no, the orange one says, "Well, my name's Queen. This is my sister," points to the red one, who she goes, "Hi, I'm Fallen," and the other one to and I'm Shine. Are you gonna stay overnight? We should definitely party tonight.
Suppose party could hurt.
Cool. Like, you're like so interesting. What do you like? What's your story? Or what do you? What are you about? What's your name?
I'm nobody.
No, wait. And they're like kind of like that. Obviously the announcement of the name of nobody kind of like is like an air of confusion for a quick second, and it does take like the longest 5 seconds for these ladies to like. Oh, I see. Okay, so your name's nobody.
No. I am nobody.
And there's
Is
like
that difficult to understand?
definitely like they start to look at each other like a little, but okay. Well, it's nice to have danced with you.
Likewise. And like, nobody will actually kind of just turn to exit the conversation. And as I turn, I'll actually like look at my hands for a moment and watch them like change to like that red tiefling color, then to an orange, just to see how they look. That color looks.
Yeah. Almost like taking over the fleshy pink skin that you generally have into more of a red, like a bright blood red, then to the orange and almost like the pumpkin color that you wear on your head, and then to finally the yellow, because there were 3 of them, so back to a yellow, which is like this bright sunlight, dawn color. It still doesn't feel right. It's strange.
Release it and go back. Base form.
You looked over to your shoulder and you definitely see that 3 ladies watched you leave and saw sort of like just you holding up your hand doing that, and they're like talking amongst themselves and they're like smiling, and it was like, oh my god, that was so cool. Highland Rose 101, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. 6 months. 6 months. Thank you so much. All right. Tavora, you make your way to where there are two individuals who are currently gambling. You see that they're playing cards. A man and a woman, both human, with brown hair. You definitely see the man himself is kind of like this skinny individual. Thick glasses, thick rim, pale skin. Not as pale as yours, of course. And of course the wife, who's sort of almost the complete opposite, sort of a bigger set woman, who has like this bright blonde hair that goes all the way down to her butt. And you see they're like wearing farmer clothes, like this very heavy duty garb. As you sit down, they see you take a seat. Oi! You like a game?
Sure. What are we playing?
We're playing Blackjack. You ever played before?
A couple times.
You're gonna enjoy it then. We're good fun. We play some good games. Well, ante up. Starts to pull out a few coins, brings about like 5 gold.
I'll match.
All right. So the way that we're gonna do this is I want you to roll 2d10.
Oh, okay. Let me find 2d10 in here.
And as you're rolling and sort of getting your cards ready, they look over to you. Well, I'm happy that you're joining us. Honestly, we were kind of bored playing blackjack by yourselves. Nice to have a competitor. I'm Danny. This is my wife, Dolores.
It's lonely playing with each other.
We played several games with each other, and sometimes it's nice to have another opponent.
2s are fun.
All right. So the way this game works is that now that you've rolled your 2d10, you obviously do not want to hit over 21. You want to get as close as you can to get to 21. So you can hit, which means you can roll another d10, or you can stay.
Does the 1 also count as an 11?
Yeah, it's either 1 or 11.
Okay.
Then I'll hit.
Then you'll hit. So roll another d10.
Okay.
right. Okay.
This is swell.
You see that Danny gets a hit. Another card. You see Dolores gets another hit. Thank you, baby. You're welcome. Would you like a hit or stay?
Hit.
Hit. There's you another card.
It's better.
Anyone else need any more cards?
I'll probably take one more.
Take one more. Gives you another one. All right. Anyone bust? No. All right, in the count of 3, unless you want to up the ante. You feel confident?
She'll throw another gold piece in there.
Oh, all right. Dolores, do you mind if I... She's like, all right, baby, it's fine. All right, good. He brings another gold, and he pays for her as well. All right, we're in. Count to 3. 3, 2, 1. You show your cards. What do you have?
A 20.
Shit. The highest I have between Danny and Dolores is a 19.
Ooh.
They kind of clapped. Oh, nice! All right. Oh, very good.
So how much did I get?
So you got...
Because I put in 5 and
you
then
put
1 extra, so I put in 6.
So you got 12 more gold on you.
And she'll just probably tilt her head a little bit, and then you'll just hear her say, "We like winning." But I was just like, "Oh, no."
You see that? I'll say that maybe Vorp, since you're the closest one, you're at one of the seats. You definitely see Tavora. Her very, almost glowing white eyes start to turn a bit black, almost like pitch black, and almost her voice becomes a little bit deeper when she says, "We like winning," and then back to where she was.
So he was probably watching. He's fascinated by Nobody, I think. So he was watching Nobody in their weird like Charlie Brown dance at the fireplace with all the girls, and then the abrupt turn, and then the hands changing colors, and then he sees Tavora do this thing, and he's just like kind of. These guys are fucking weird.
You get the gold, and Vorp, you see all this happen.
And she'll just nod to the couple and put it in her bag.
You know, hun, you're really good at this game. That's really good. Oh, do you head around this area often?
No, first time.
Oh, first time. We're one of the farmers. We a few days travel. Sometimes we come here to get away from it all.
What do you farm?
Whatever is seasoned. Strawberries right now. We're in autumn. Obviously, we got to go get our squash and pumpkin. Well, it's quite nice. And she kind of puts a hand onto the sort of the skinny, glasses Danny, who's like this, like they're almost complete opposite. And there definitely is like a connection between the two. Oh yes, we have to get away sometimes. They can never separate us, huh? She's like, no. They start to play around a bit, and they start to deal a few more cards for you all. At this point, the sound, you see a flash of lightning from outside one of the windows. The rain has definitely starting to come down a lot harder right now. Vorp, you definitely feel something at your feet as you start to see Jackson start to scoot away a little bit.
Okay, let's see. Do I have anything fun to do to that?
It's like a snail or like a worm.
Inching away.
Okay, yeah, he'll get down off the chair, and he'll be standing probably not much higher than he is laying tall. Yeah. So he'll just put a hand on him and go like, you don't want to be getting lost here, do you, bub? And then he'll cast Shocking Grasp on him.
You see a bit of like smoke and cinder coming from off his body. You definitely see him go. Electricity starting to go through his body as you release the shock from your hand.
Don't worry, we'll keep you nice and safe, won't we, Jethro? And I'll have Jethro drag him back into place.
grab him by the leg. At this point, you do see Harvey, the gnomish individual who was near the entrance, near the podium, start to say goodbye to a few folks. Just sort of nodded, like shake his head, like, I don't know why they would go out, but sort of jumps down. All right, attention everyone. It's gotten really bad outside. I know that most of you here have your rooms, and sort of looks towards the new faces, you guys. Says, if you like, I could... Hold on, and sort of goes through his leisure and starts to go through a few things. And comes to you. I will say that perhaps you, nobody, is currently standing in between everyone, just sort of standing like a scarecrow. Goes to you and goes, "This is yours," and puts a key in your hand. I'm sorry, a lot of the patrons here are spending a night, and we only have one suite left, but it is a suite. 2 beds, nicely sized room, storage space, got a giant mirror, outside view of the outside. So, on the house, make sure you're nice and safe.
Appreciate
it. He kind of nods, gives you a smile, and kind of goes up to the Dwarven man and starts to talk to them about like closing up and what they need for the next day and all this other stuff. But
did I hear any of that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It wasn't being quiet.
Okay.
Don't know what that means, but you definitely see, yeah, the band itself, which is like actually I could describe the band itself. It's here we go. It's a band of 3 halflings and 1 lizard folk who were playing like lutes, drums, a violin, and like more flutes. Who currently see like the shock of lightning outside and definitely start to put the instruments down. They start to talk to one another and they kind of give a wave to everyone. All right, we're gonna call it a night. It was wonderful to play for you all. Hopefully we get to do this tomorrow, but we're gonna call it a day. And of course, Harvey kind of, and nobody, you wave to them as well. They kind of like nod towards you, nobody. It was great dancing. That was really good. They'll pick up their stuff and start to go upstairs. At this point, even the 3 tiefling women are like kind of in that drunken, if anyone's ever seen like bachelorette drunken state where like they've had enough drinks, they've been moving around, so they're definitely exhausted. You definitely see bits of beads of sweat. We've all been there. Start to like talk to one another and like, all right, we're gonna go upstairs too. And they go to you, nobody, especially since you're the one interacting with them. They're like, I want to dance with you again. That was really fun.
Right.
And they start to head their way upstairs. It doesn't take long. I'm not going to explain each one, but it doesn't take long for also the gamblers to leave as well. So you guys are left downstairs.
Nobody will walk over. Are Vorp and Tvora both at the bar?
I'm at a table.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Mm.
Or is Briar also at the?
At this point, Briar would have walked over to like the tables area.
Yeah,
So
okay.
what's the consensus?
Well, I have a pretty keen insight into when things are a little hinky, and I think we're fine.
Nobody will walk over and just like hold out in their palm the key.
Did you get a room?
2 beds, 1 suite.
Dibs on the floor.
I was gonna say I don't mind sleeping on the floor.
Even better.
All right.
Shall we head up then?
And we didn't have to spend any cash for this?
No, I won some.
Dang.
I apparently have a tab at the bar, but I'll sort that out later.
Works for me.
What are we gonna do with the... She's gonna point
You see like a singed Jackson who is like just has not broken eyesight from Vorp, and then quickly looks over to Jethro and then back to Vorp. Definitely like,
You look like you didn't learn your lesson.
We can tie him up outside like a horse.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I don't like that idea. He may try to inch away in the middle of the night.
Not if we leave the zombie with him. I mean, Jethro.
Maybe, I don't know.
Nah, he's a zombie. I was just busting the guy's chops earlier.
It's only fair, I think, after all of the beating, to give him the spare bed.
You want to give him a bed?
I was gonna say
Yes.
we could lock him in the closet or something.
Well, we could definitely say you have this discussion as you start to go upstairs down this hallway with numerous doors, obviously where, you know, the gamblers and the dancers and everyone else has sort of taken residence. At the very end of the hallway to the left, you do see the door that matches the number on your key. You open it up. You do see it as a fairly large suite. It has 2 beds, a very large window, and you see from outside, you just see the moving trees and leaves from outdoors are sort of getting caught in this bit of a, like this thunderstorm. Occasionally get a flash of light, but just constant rain coming down. There is an armoire, which I laughed while you were like, we can put him in the closet. There is an armoire off in the corner, and there is what looks like to be like a vanity with this giant mirror and a dresser underneath where people can put clothes away or other valuables.
I don't know if he'll fit in there. You generally have to fold them up if you try to do that. And they're generally not still alive.
Anything can be bandit-sized if you try hard enough.
Yeah, I like the way this one thinks.
So what's the situation with Jackson?
Trying to shove them in the arm.
Are you shove him in? It takes a few tries. I'll say there even.
I was
there's-
like, Jethro needs to help me. Try to.
I'll say there's definitely a moment where like everyone has to pitch in just to
Come
like.
on, Jethro, put you back into it.
Nobody
Come on.
will stay back.
Yeah, no, but
Watch
you take a step back and you kind of do that thing where you cross your arms and you're just like, this is an interesting sight. And like, Briar, you have to get like his fingers just to make sure they fully fit and you're like crunching them in. Jethro definitely like gets like the bulk of it, like getting his chest and pushing him in as
If
well.
you don't bunch them up with me, then they'll just break when we close it. So I would suggest complying.
You just see a big swallow from his throat.
Have fun. Good night. And then she closes the door.
All
Put a
right.
chair up against it so it can't fall over.
Wow.
I mean, Jethro can probably lay against
Jethro
it.
can sit on the chair, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. That's exactly what he'll do.
All right. Well, you guys. I mean, you feel fairly confident that you secured Jackson away. I'm assuming you take the night to rest.
Yeah.
Before we go to sleep, Vorp turns to nobody and just like looking really quizzical.
Does it get like moldy in there, or is it like a magic pumpkin?
Oh, this?
Yeah. You don't know?
It's a pumpkin.
It holds
Alright.
shape remarkably well.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's mushy at all.
It was a gift from the Doulahan.
Sure. I know what that is. I'm very smart and aged. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. Amazing.
Briar like goes over and fully clothed just flops on the bed and is out instantly.
Perfect. Yeah, when you land onto the bed, you see a bit of like a cloud of black surround you and start to settle a bit. All right.
I'm gonna go sleep by the window.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna sleep by the window.
Perfect. All right. I would like everyone, as you're currently going to sleep, having a rest, everyone make me a perception check. Obviously, you guys are asleep. I'm just saying who'd be awoken. Who would have more of a who's
more
going to be a
perceptive.
lighter sleeper?
15.
15.
I got a grand total of 3.
3. You're out like a
Yes.
light.
Yes.
What do you get? Nobody.
10.
10. Okay.
I got an 11.
11. So I would say that then Tavor is probably the light sleeper of the bunch. All right. Let's see here. And this is actually pretty thematic, Tavora. As you start to go to sleep, the now moonlight is being obscured by heavy clouds and storm clouds, just sort of making everything sort of a bit darkness. You're getting almost just like an outline of light coming into this space. You start to hear tapping on glass.
She'll look out.
Look out. Make me another perception check as you look out the window. See, I'm gonna actually find it good.
14.
Sure. 14? You look out. Almost squint your eyes to look outside, just your entire face looking out, and you do not see anything. But you continue hearing the tapping on glass. You start to follow the sound a bit. And you're not currently looking at it directly, but you can now pinpoint where it's coming from. It's coming from the mirror.
She'll walk over.
You walk over, and what you see on the opposite end of the mirror, on the other side, is yourself. Nobody, Vorp, and Briar, both looking like they've been through hell and back. Scratches and scuffs, bleeding a bit, definitely bruising, and they are slamming on the opposite end of the mirror, and you can barely catch the mouth go.
Run. Great. That's comforting.
Run, get out. Feels
We're
good.
fine.
Run,
So-
get out, run.
So, Tavora, as you are currently seeing this, a few things happen in this exact moment, and then you're going to tell me what you do.
Okay.
The opening of the armoire kicks open, and you see a freed Jackson, as you get a sense that he's been working on this all day or all night, and starts to book it towards the window, the second-story window. And he
Him alive.
jumps, crashes through it, and goes outside. This all wakes up everyone else. And Tavora, as you turn around, you start to see the shadows on the wall, in the corner, start to almost darken and grow. Now, Tavora, you're awake. Everyone's awakened. What are you doing?
She's gonna. Well, I said in times of high stress, so she's gonna yell "wait," but it's gonna be in that gravelly voice,
Wait.
and she's gonna crack her head probably 3 times, and the other personality will come out.
See the dark eyes, and a little more like her skin starting to almost sunken in, almost like skeletal-like as her eyes. But you guys,
What happened?
yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna yell "wait" and then just point to like the shadows around and point to the mirror.
Starting to grow and almost line the outside wall. And you start to see what almost looks like to be like almost like a head starting to apparate from the wall, from the shadow, starting to push outwards. Can't fully form, but is brought back in, but you definitely see something is trying to make its way out of the shadows. Nobody, Vorp, Briar, what are you doing? As you start to awaken, you see Tavora point towards these corners that are starting to... Something's trying to drag out, and you definitely see the tail end of Jackson jump out the window.
Briar immediately goes to the window, like hops up and runs to the window.
All right.
Vorp will follow, because
That's our money getting away.
Do I still see Storm?
Do you still see a storm? You would have to go
No,
to
I mean, what's the guy's name again?
Oh, Jackson.
Jackson, yeah. Do I still see Jackson?
Everyone make me a perception check.
But I'm no
Nobody
good at
is actually
those.
going to turn to the shadows. Completely ignore Jackson.
All right.
Oh, I got a 16.
That is 19 plus 5, so, like,
Ooh.
well
24.
over 24, yeah.
21.
21. You all see this. Briar, you're the first one to catch it, especially being so comfortable in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
There is no ground.
I was gonna cast Hold Person on Jackson, gosh darn it.
There is no trees. There is no sky. You are currently what I can only describe as a void.
Bad news, everyone, we're in the void.
Not
Nobody,
again.
nobody. You definitely see it. At this point, let me see I have an image that is very helpful on my end to sort of describe what you're seeing here. All right. What you see coming through the shadow is this gigantic creature that you can only see a portion of it starting to come through. It is dripping in this like green-orange ooze. The facial structure of it almost looks like ironically enough, very familiar, and this is perfect that you're looking at it, like a pumpkin. Except it has numerous holes all around it, just randomly placed that are dripping with this. And it's connected with what looks like to be a skeletal throat. And it's almost like these very twisted vine and skeletal-like hands that are...
Jethro, get up, Jethro.
Okay. Then what I am about to do might not be so helpful, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm going to cast Channel Divinity and use Turn the Faithless.
Okay.
So, kind of like waving a hand, a bit of like mix of gold and black kind of magic trails my first two fingers, and drawing a line down from the slit of the pumpkin, just like tears going down the pumpkin's face. I will say in deep speech, "Go back!" And it
Hey, I recognize that.
And Turn the
Right on.
Faithless is each fae or fiend within 30 feet of you that can hear you must make a wisdom save. On a failure, they are turned for 1 minute. Or until
Not
it takes
undead.
them. Not
So,
undead, just fair.
Nice.
what I will say, what you get across, and this is now what you know, especially being so in tune with your own abilities when it comes to like channel divinity and godlyhood and religion. You release this as the tears themselves start to glow and fither away. This creature you right away can recognize is not a fiend or a fae. But I will acknowledge that it is some sort of collection of plant and undead. But the fact that it's coming from the shadows is something odd. As you've all attempted to do something looking outside, down, as well as trying to force this creature, whatever it is, trying to come out of the shadows to disperse, you all hear the tapping starting to get louder, as now you all start to turn and see yourselves telling you,
Vorp will freak out.
Ah!
And he'll run for the door.
Nobody will look at the mirror reflection of themselves. I reject that reality. And will turn and cast Protection from Good and Evil on himself.
perfect. Are you following Vorp outside?
I'll wait to be the last person out.
Perfect. Tavor, what are you doing?
Oh, she's in her other self now, so she's just looking around. But how far am I away from that thing that tried to attack nobody?
It hasn't technically attacked yet. Currently,
It's
it's
just
just trying to
moving?
get out.
While I'm running, I'll mage armor also.
Perfect. And I'll say this much: at this particular point, as you guys are kind of going through spells as well as sort of assessing the situation, it is growing the shadows to a point where it almost covers the entirety of a wall. Now it almost seems like a half of a room is trying to escape the shadows and get to you guys.
Can I cast Mind Sliver on it?
You may.
So it has to make an intelligence saving throw.
Natural 20. Sorry.
Oh,
That was the first roll I made.
I know. That was
Yay!
good.
Also,
Hey!
no!
For you.
Okay. So nothing happens. It's okay.
You cast the spell and it doesn't feel like it connected to anything. Well, since Vorp is the only one... Oh, actually, I haven't asked
No,
Briar.
Briar ran when Vorp ran.
Perfect.
The bounty's gone, the room is being consumed, she no longer has any reason to stick around.
All right. Well, since Tavora and Nobody, you guys are still within the room, it starts to solidify into this white-boned creature that is almost going up to this pumpkin-like head that is just dripping and oozing with this like sickly green and black energy and just goop. It's going to attempt to attack both of you as it's currently trying to reach out with this skeletal-like claw.
If it is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead, it has disadvantage on the attack against me.
Okay, perfect.
It's probably none of those things.
Yeah, no.
Totally normal.
Yeah,
I think it's an elf.
no. Maybe.
Does I don't think a 15 hits nobody.
No,
It's
I mean,
not.
No, for you, Tavora. Does a 16 hit you? Ooh, boy. You see the first claw goes out to you, nobody, as it's currently still trying to wiggle its way out. I'll say, especially with your divine intervention and what you've seen with this creature, it's attacking now, but it's not fully formed. So you're getting a sense that what you're getting hit with right now is only half of what it could do. As it reaches out to you, nobody, and just misses. Unable to get its full arm out. However, it finally is able to get the left one out and try to strike towards you, Devora, and does make a connection. So it's only going to do half damage. There you are. That's what it does. 18 points of damage. However, halved, you get 9.
Okay.
Because it's not fully formed yet. And you get a sense, I'll say to nobody and Dwarf, you get a sense that if you continue fighting it, it may end up taking the entire room's space and crush you.
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna grab Bora and run.
Yeah, we're out.
It's time to go.
You guys run out, and at this point, it finally does get like its rib cage out, and is almost like engrossing in half of the room. You get a sense that it can't go through the door, as it currently puts a hand out and is trying to reach outwards to try to grab you guys, but cannot do so. Slinks back in. So the hallway that you were originally at is now turned into this twisted, crooked-like maze of just hallways that are just roaming around as you start to look around you. I'll say that you follow this pathway a bit, trying to find your way out, but you can have a discussion amongst yourself what you just saw.
Say anything,
this
just
is
gonna
fine.
drag you out.
We should just do it.
Man, I broke my one rule. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. 250 gold is the most gold I've ever seen in my life, and I'm out here trying to get even more than that. I should have just bailed. Or just like having a meltdown.
Hey, now he's gone, so now you can bail without like, missing out on things. The only issue is trying to.
All right, we gotta get out of here. I don't want to get voided or whatever's going on outside.
Nobody's gonna go over and pick up a warp. So that he's at like eye level. It's too late to go back. You are here now. We'll fix this now. Understand?
There isn't a bit of decomposition in that pumpkin.
No. And we'll put him down.
You hear from down the hall, and you hear screams coming from all around you as the numerous patrons are seemingly experiencing something else. As you start to follow where all of these voices are coming to, the hallway does not bring you back downstairs. There is no stairs. There is just the hallway. And you are led to a half-circle room with about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors. You see one door that is currently...
Not that one.
No, yeah, not that one.
Another one you hear screams.
Not that one.
You can almost hear crying coming from another one. Another one you hear... almost like gasping and crying coming from the last. And a solid void. And it's almost like they're shifting voices, going from wherever they wish and please.
Question, DM. Do I have Jethro with me?
I'll say that he's followed you. Yeah, he got out when you got out. He would definitely follow his master.
Cool. All right.
There are 5 doors, and there's something terrible happening within each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you like, I can offer you guys to roll a d10 to see maybe just what random door, or if you have a door in mind you'd like to pick.
Nobody
So-
would just pick a random door and go.
Here's something I'm thinking about. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm a little bit squishy, which makes me nervous. So we should try to locate the people who are most alive, so worst case scenario, they go before we do.
Or just stay behind me.
That works too.
Nobody, roll me a d10.
Okie doke.
Let's not go in the door with the pounding.
Yeah, not that
Yeah,
one.
not that.
Well, the funny thing is the pounding begins, then it stops, and then it almost like shifts to another door and does the same.
I'm impartial to like the shadow gasps, but that's just because I'm familiar.
Oh, a 7. Okay, so. Oh, this is perfect. Nobody. As you walk up to this door, it's not pounding.
Yet.
However, as you go to the door itself, you open it up. What you see is reality beyond the door breaking. You see skulls being plucked away from their bodies, being plucked away violently, as only the neck and the spine is left with tethers of like sinew and muscle just being poured aside. You see numerous people screaming, holding their heads as their temples start to grow in size until explode into a bloody explosion. You see twisted colors and swirls of different shapes getting first forming, and then you hear a sick twisting and tearing being done, and then finally you see what looks like to be the flurry of autumn leaves rush into an old man's mouth and start to, and you start to see them starting to poke out the ears and nose and eyes. Finally, eyes start to come out. I need everyone who's watching this, which is everyone, to roll me a wisdom save.
Yay!
Yay!
Advantage. Something she has.
Oh, 8.
Is this considered magic, DM?
Not necessarily.
I have advantage on wisdom saves against magic. So does this not count?
I wouldn't consider this magic.
You got it. I rolled a natural 20 anyway.
There you go. There you go.
I'm gonna put
I got 13 plus 5, 18.
Pretty good. And Tavor?
18.
18. Well, only nobody failed. So nobody, you take 14 points of damage. Well, everyone else takes 7. Except for you, Tavor. This is psychic damage. You take half because you are
3.
Hellish Star.
Yeah.
So you take 3. In addition to that, as the door swings open and you see this clusterfuck of stuff, you do see a body starting to rush towards you. You hear screams, and landing in front of you is Jackson, who seemingly was spit out from the void. You definitely see him just like crumbled in the corner.
Can I just like pick him up, like by his, essentially his scruff?
He doesn't fight you.
And she just switches for a second. Get a grip.
While she's picking him up, Briar would help by like tying him up while she lifts him.
Perfect. But the door itself slams back.
That's interesting.
Do you think we should tie him up? I feel like we're gonna need all the help we can get getting out
Yeah.
of here.
He doesn't look very helpful.
I mean, even the undead didn't want him. And she'll put him back
Even
down.
the void didn't want Jackson.
Ugh.
That is so rude.
Is he still like freaking out?
He's still freaking out. I think he's come to that point of insanity where he's just like
Catatonic.
yeah, like he's not looking up. He's like, if you were to drop him, he would just fall to the ground, just like muttering to himself.
Yeah.
He's
I
gonna slow
can-
us down. Let's just try to get out of here.
I can just drag him. That worked pretty well before.
All right.
Okay. So you've tried door 4
Yeah.
to escape.
Do we see anything
Onward
happen?
and upward.
I'm sorry, everyone was talking at once. What was that?
Do we see anything else happening? Like, there's not a door that's just, like, not moving or not doing anything, right?
There is a door that's not moving, but it almost like it's like door number 1's not moving, and then after 30 seconds it shifts over to door 3, and then shifts over to door 4, and then door 2, and then door 5. Same thing with the one that is like bumping, doing the same, like shifting over, like whatever these door states are almost like twisting and turning. Nothing is making sense.
Okay. Nobody will just pick a door.
Okay.
Vorp will purposefully not look in
Yeah.
the room
Yeah.
until he sees
Same
everyone.
with Briar.
Roll me another
Face
D10,
first.
nobody. Perfect. No, face first.
Put Jackson in front of.
That successful save took out about a third of my hit points.
Same.
Or
Yeah,
squishy.
no, it's not good. It's definitely not good. I rolled a 0, so that's either a 0 or a 10 for you.
That'd be a 10.
Okay.
So that means you would open up door number 5. You open the door and you see a darkened room, much like the same as yours, except no growing shadows. Off in the corner, you do see the 3 halflings and the lizard folk, the musicians, who are currently cowering in the corner. Just, you see the door open. They go, "Oh no 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 no! Wait!" And they definitely recognize you, nobody, as you're the one who opened the door.
Yeah,
Close the door! Close the door!
No, come with us.
No, there are monsters out there.
Are there not in there? Points in their room.
They definitely, like, they look around, they look at each other, they freak out for a second, almost like they're losing, like, almost memory of themselves until finally they sort of snap back. No, we're safe here. We're safe here. We're safe here.
Can I roll an insight check to see, like, if that's just them kind of psyching themselves out a bit?
Huffing that copium.
Yeah. Roll that insight.
Okay. 18.
18. Wow, really good. They're definitely freaked, all of them. You definitely get a sense that the lizard folk is a little more composed than the halflings. But all of them, as you saw them almost like the night prior, definitely are like ghostly white, a little more pale to face. They are trying to sight, like almost like this is safety. They may have saw something and feel that the room is safer for them. They look sort of beyond where you're standing at the entrance of the door, and they do see the rest of your party. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go out there.
In eternity you shall stay. We'll close the door.
What?
Bye, Felicia.
I'll go to a different...
See you in the ethereal plane.
Though I will say, nobody, as you were closing the door, or at least when they were sort of discussing something with you, the lizard folk who was more composed sort of waved their hand. You have bardic inspiration.
Wait. I want that one to come with us. No.
He's not leaving, but he gave you bardic inspiration.
Okay.
So you have a
okay.
D6.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Now, that door closes as well. 2 doors down. That was
The lesser note band, sister band to 3 doors down.
yes.
Where Vorp is gonna look down the hallway, where the stairs used to be. What's that look like?
So the funny thing is, you guys were at the end of the hall,
Okay.
and you can see this almost twisted, gaunt-like hallway that leads all the way to where you guys came from, your door. This hallway was supposed to lead where you were going to, was supposed to lead to the stairs, but it's led to now this half circle of a room that is leading to these extra doors. There is no stairs.
So like the stairway is replaced by this like cul-de-sac of rooms, basically.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
I'll look to the rest of the group. Would anyone else like to try a door, or shall I keep going?
No, you got it. You got it. I'm good back here. Yeah.
I have like cure wounds and stuff, so it gets a little bit too much for you. I can like reboost you. But I'm pretty sure if I fail a save, I might just die, so...
We can also throw, the bait in, just in case.
Yes, if we ever need bait, I do still have... She holds up Jackson. I still have him.
No. No.
Oh, no.
Yes, either you get up and walk or you're bait.
Roll me a d6 now. Nobody. Since I can't make you roll a d3. Doesn't exist. A 2. You open the door, and you see darkness. Nothing but darkness.
Can anyone else see into this room?
Is it a dark vision issue, or is it just void?
I am uncertain.
Can you normally see in the dark?
No.
Speaking of bait, if we really want to try it, I
Could we
can
just turn his
throw
head?
Jackson into the room. Jackson, you're a half-elf, right? You have dark vision. I hold the back of his head and just peek his head around the corner.
He looks in there.
What do you see?
Just ragdolling him.
A room.
What's in the room, Jackson?
Rocks.
Rocks?
Rocks.
Is that it? Okay, I told Jack.
He does say it like last time. He says, "There's a man and a woman."
Oh, the humans probably.
Kiki.
Are we
Mimi.
invested in them?
Can throw him in
I'll
there.
call out without looking in.
Hey, are you guys alive?
Kiki and Mimi, are you guys dead in there?
Oh no, Kiki Nimi is a new follower. Thank you so much for following. You're thinking of
well.
Danny and Dolores.
Yeah.
Danny and Dolores, are you guys dead?
Thank you for following. There is no response.
Okay, they're
let's
dead.
go.
Let's move on.
I would like nobody Vorp. Actually, since you're all having fun here, make me strength saving throws.
Oh, 'cause that's
Oh,
good.
really
Not
bad
my
Dolores.
strong suit, pun intended. That
Okay.
doesn't matter, I guess.
See,
Okay,
I switched to an orange little pumpkin die, and it's
Yeah.
doing me very well.
Ooh,
I got a
was-
16.
I got a
16.
15 total.
15,
13.
13. Nobody.
Also,
All 16. Briar, what'd you get again?
15 total?
Briar and Tavora.
No.
No hand, no shadow, no nothing, but you feel a strong urgency to go in. And as that urgency starts to click in your mind, a force brings you in and you go past the darkness.
No. Can
Am I
I try
still
to grab one
holding
of them?
Jackson?
yeah, do I have a
You're still
reaction to
holding-
grab?
I'm still
Yeah,
holding
you're still holding.
Jackson.
You're like doing this. You're like, do the.
I blame Jackson for my fail.
Can I try to grab her?
You want to grab her?
I'm gonna. Me and Jethro are gonna try to grab her.
You grab her. You get dragged along with it.
Fuck. All right.
So you're dragged along, and nobody you want to drag too.
Yeah.
I appreciate
That's
the
fine.
effort.
I do. But as you are brought in, you are brought into a skyless room. The floor itself is crumbling and cracked of wooden floors. There is a dirtied, soiled bed off to the side and a dresser as well. There are floating rocks and like almost platforms floating in this almost void-like area. And there are giant yellow eyes that open up in like this twisted purple wall just off far in the distance. 4, 5, 6, numerous of them. And standing
time.
right in the middle, you see what looks like to be a humanoid-like figure with 2 heads, about, I'll say 3.5 arms, that is just
Very
a
specific.
collection of flesh, and you hear 2 different voices, both a male and a female. I can't pull us apart.
Does this look like our gambling friends?
And they turn towards you. Help me!
There are not rocks or two people in here, Jackson. You failed again.
I'm gonna put you on the map now, guys.
Oh,
Crap.
Oh, that's a good sign.
GG on the
crap.
spooky. I'm spooked.
Gamblers. Oh, it is the gamblers.
And
Delightful.
I know that you have the zombie friend.
What's the door situation like? Did it close behind us?
Yes, it did. Like every other video game.
Of course.
Yeah,
Classic.
That do be how it goes.
Doopy,
Welcome
doopy.
to a game, guys. So I would like everyone to roll me initiative.
Did I have time to light a torch to see that, or am I?
But I'm
completely
bad
blind?
at that.
There is a
Yeah, that's
strange
fair.
luminescent happening around the space, nobody, so you can see.
What's my
It is this
plus?
purple, almost like starlight is coming inside. Let me get a notepad, and then I will share. Let's share the fight screen. Nobody, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 20
20.
and
Vorp.
natural 20.
Natural 20. Jesus.
Ooh, I rolled an 18 plus 2, 20.
20. I think what's your dexterity modifier? Nobody.
I believe it's +0.
And Vorp, what's yours?
Plus 2.
Okay, so Vorp would go first out of the two. Briar, would you roll?
I hope you're sitting down for this amazing roll. I got a 2 plus nothing, so 2.
Woo!
Bring up the
Yeah.
rear.
I blame Jackson.
Jethro gets his own initiative.
We'll say that Jethro goes after you, Vorp, to make it simple.
Okay. Okay.
To Vorp.
And the spell says that you have his stat block. Should I just pull up like a zombie?
Pull up a zombie.
Okay, I got it.
13.
13.
Fitting.
All right. 17. So this is
He
ironic.
has more health than me.
This is really funny. So
Be squishy.
nobody and Vorp, and I'm gonna roll as well. Just roll me a d20 because I'm gonna see if you go after or before the lair action.
Oh, good.
We love layer actions.
Oh, we don't.
A 3. All right, and what'd you
No.
get, Vorp?
Oh, sorry. What am I rolling? Wasn't
Just a
paying attention
D20.
at all. D20.
Yeah.
15.
15. Okay, so I got it. And excuse me, guys, as I situate everyone. Perfect. And let's bring up the gambler stats. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. First up, we have Noba. Oh no, we have Vorp. My apologies.
Let's see. I'm gonna cast Enlarge on Jethro and send him forward.
Okay.
Large zombie.
Turning into this collection, almost.
Bob, do something.
Yeah. Bob, do something.
Bob, do something.
And then with my bonus action, I'll command Giant Jethro to attack. And I'm gonna. Is there like a lip in the entrance at all that I can like cower behind and get cover, or is it just a straight?
There's chairs, there's a bed, there are floating platforms all around.
But is this thing? Can I get behind this thing?
Sure, we could say you could get behind that.
Okay. Full, just like full cowering. Like, don't want anything to do with this.
So your zombie pal gets grown into this bigger like creature. You definitely see bits of like flesh starting to like, almost like a snake where it's like just shedding skin. You see new flesh starting to create as just a sort of shedding just old flesh. And starts to
Nice.
walk towards the gamblers. It is its turn. We definitely say that your zombie pal gets to go after you.
Okay, he's gonna swing.
Make an attack.
+3 to hit. That's a 15.
15 does hit.
Oh, thank God. Okay, 1d6 plus 1. D6. 2 plus 1.
Ooh.
But I get a bonus d4 for him being big.
There you go.
Let me make sure that's what. Yeah, 1d4. So 3 plus 3. 6 damage.
6 damage. Crushes down onto the gamblers.
Get him, Jethro.
Jethro's the
Solid
real
hit.
MVP of the game.
Right? He's already pulling his weight, right? After that is going to be the lair action. Oh, this is so beautiful. He comes so soon.
God.
You'll love to hear it.
Let's see. What should we do?
Yay.
I guess so. That'll be fun.
Oh God.
The entire world starts to tilt. Oh, you guys got lucky. I need everyone to make me a dex save, including Jethro.
Vorp rolled a 2.
Okay.
Plus 2, so 4. Jethro rolled a 6. Minus 2, so also 4.
So, I need you to make me an athletics check for Jethro.
For Jethro, his strength is not good. That's a 6.
6. You see the entire. Well, we'll get to that in a second, so I know that
Okay.
much. Briar, what'd you get?
I got a nat one.
Oh my god.
In
All
other
right.
news, I'm switching the
We're
die I'm
fucked.
using.
We're fucked.
Yeah.
In Vorp, I know you got a 4. Nobody, what'd you get?
10 plus 0.
And Tavora, what'd you get?
12.
12. Everyone. No! Tavora succeeded.
Oh.
The
Someone
world,
can tell our story.
the world starts to crack and twist. You definitely see the wood. You can almost hear as like something is moving it, as it starts to tilt downwards, northwards. Like so, the map wise, up, almost to a point where you're starting to lose your footing. I'll say this much, Vorp, since you were hiding something, you slam against it, but you're fine. You don't get to move. Briar, nobody. You are shifted up 5 feet as the world finally starts to correct itself. However, Jethro plunges off into the void.
No. Jethro.
Shoot.
So that was the tilt room layer action. Now we're going into nobody.
Okay. I don't know if I can suss this out without like necessarily using an action or anything, but does the gambler creature seem wrong
Oh, it seems wrong.
or strong? Like
Strong?
if it were to punch me, would I go flying?
It would definitely hurt, but it doesn't seem like you'd go flying.
Okay. I'll do this then. Okay. I will run up to it with my battle axe,
Mm-hmm.
and I will try to swing down on it and cast Wrathful Smite.
All right, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Okay. It is a +4. 18 plus 4.
That's a solid hit. Roll me damage.
Okay, and this will be two-handed.
Two-handed.
A d10 2, a 9 total.
9 total.
Plus,
Oh,
sorry, 9 slashing, and then I need to add the damage for Wrathful Smite. So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
perfect. I will do so. A 6.
No, that won't do it. Where did I forgot. I have Bardic Inspiration. I'm not going to use it, but
You
I
still
do
have
have.
Hold on to that.
Yeah. Okay. That was only an additional 2. I forget psychic damage. Yes.
Perfect. Oh, psychic damage?
Yes.
It doesn't seem affected by that.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
In addition to
Okay.
that,
We're doing great, guys.
in addition, as you take your first swing against it, as your axe makes contact, I'm assuming you're like right about here. It is going to use its meld form ability. So, oh no, that's when it. Sorry, my apologies. That's something for later.
Oh, good.
Oh god.
I already know my fate. This is good.
It's fine. Next one, it's now going to be the gambler's turn. It will. And the other one is screaming the exact same thing in a more feminine voice. It's going to walk up, and you see its arms are too ragged and like melded in with one another that it can't really like reach you. But you see like flesh starting to split open within its stomach, and a pseudopod strikes out.
Yeah.
That's good.
Let's make a pseudopod attack. A 16 to hit.
16 does not hit.
Does not hit.
Nice.
It hits
High level
armor.
4 AC.
But that's its turn. It couldn't make a connection. Tavora.
Missed connection.
I'm gonna try and cast a chill touch.
She'll touch.
So, like a spell attack. Oof. Well, dirty 20.
Dirty 20, that connects.
14 plus 6. Need to roll a d8, but you want me to roll it? Oh yeah, on a hit. I thought it was on its turn.
New characters, guys.
Yeah, I know. That's only a 1.
Only a 1.
But if it's undead, it has disadvantage on its attack rolls until the end of my next
So
turn.
funny thing.
Oh,
It is.
Something tells me it's not gonna be funny.
It does
Will
have.
I laugh?
And it can't be healed.
It does have resistance. I mean, it does have disadvantage on the next attack. That does take place. However, it has resistance to necrotic damage.
It doesn't take anything.
I'll say it does take the 1,
Okay.
but you get a sense that your magic, at least that spell, is not doing as much damage as it should have.
Man.
I will take the disadvantage,
But it does have disadvantage.
and it can't be healed, I think.
By the way, I created these characters way before you guys created yours. So when you
Yeah.
were creating yours, I was like, oh, this is hilarious.
Good.
Briar.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I have a quick question before I figure something out. Because I
Yes.
have 2 things that I could do, but I need to make sure that one of them works. So, I have the spell Entangle. 1, would I be able to cast that on myself without binding my arm so I can still cast?
Of course. I'll allow that.
Okay, great. Then Briar is going to step back here. And she's going to cast Entangle at her feet. And not try to resist it, just so that she's like permanently stuck to the ground.
Yeah, the old rotted. You see, actually, what ends up doing is that you end up like casting the spell. Your hands go down, and a puff of black spores fall into the wood, and quickly these rotted vines that start almost like to dry up as they start to wrap around your legs, wrap you and secure you in space.
Can I get a piece of that?
How close are you to me, actually?
5 feet.
Right next to you.
Oh, then yes, actually, you
Same,
can.
same thing happens to you, Vorp.
Okay, great. I think that's the only thing I really can do until my next turn.
Perfect.
Out of curiosity, where is our bandit friend?
Bandit friend, we'll say he's like in this empty space.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't expect you to throw Jackson in the mix, but he's there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
He's not taking space. He's like curled up in a ball in a fetal position, just like.
I'm asking for later.
Oh, okay. Oh, I gotcha. But which is funny now because we're back at the top of the round. Vorp, you're up.
I guess detect magic. No kidding.
Stone of Truth.
Mending.
He'll cast something through his staff and come out from cover a little bit and fire a ray of sickness at the gamblers.
All right. That's an attack or a
That
saving
is an
throw?
attack roll. That's a nat 20.
There you go.
You have to make a con save also.
Gotcha.
On hit. You have to beat a 14.
I got a 13.
Okay. Oh shit! You failed.
Yeah, I failed.
Then you are poisoned until your next turn.
Ooh. I believe poison means he has disadvantage on attack rolls.
My
Attack
hands
rolls and ability check.
There
double
you go.
disadvantage.
Double disadvantage.
And I need to roll. Do you want me to roll double the dice or just double the amount afterward?
Double the dice.
1.
Shady has also redeemed a -1 to a roll. So you need to tell me, Shady, if that was for this nat 20. If so, it doesn't count. He still has that nat 20. That means the total would be 19.
Hey. Yeah, that is the thing on here. They can give you negatives. They can give the DM negatives too.
We'll count that -1 to the next one.
Big damage, guys. 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 7 is 19, plus 8, 27 poison damage.
27
Woo!
poison damage.
Orp is dishing out the hurt, baby.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
For Jethro!
There you go. Yes. A sickly green bolt of energy splashes on the gamblers, and you see that one of them starts to like spew this throw up as it's currently throwing up. The other one is looking towards you now, Vorp.
Back against the wall.
It is now the lair action.
Oh, fun.
Let's have some fun.
You don't have to.
The two eyes that are
don't
currently
have to.
spinning in space look towards Nobody and Tavora. I need both of you to make me dex saving throws.
Good.
I'm gonna
Ooh,
grab a water real quick while you guys are doing that.
17.
Do
Gotcha.
what you want.
Well,
12. Only Nobody fails, and is almost this force is pushing you closer to Tavora. And since you are within 5 feet of her, I need now both of you to make a combined save of 25 con.
Oh, that's gonna...
so are we individually rolling con saves?
So you're both individually rolling con saves, and if they both equal up to 25 or higher, you succeed.
No pressure.
No pressure. Oh! Yes, okay. 18 plus 3.
Oh, well, I got a 12.
You succeed. Something feels like it wants to pull you closer to one another, but you resist it.
Can I do something as flavor? Because it's just something I can
Yeah,
do.
you could do something as flavor. Hell yeah.
Because she can technically telepathically talk to you as long as she can see you within 40 feet. She's just like, quit trying to get in my space. This is weird.
I promise I'm not trying to.
That was the layer action. Now it's Nobody's turn. And now, since you're still within 5 feet of the gamblers, Nobody, now it's going to use its meld form ability. I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
I hope she's the beefcake. No.
I'm supposed to be. I have a +2 to strength saves, but it doesn't help when I roll a 3.
You have a bardic inspiration.
I do. I don't think it's gonna help, but I'm gonna roll that d6.
It's
Maximum,
Go for
that's
it.
an 11.
Yeah. Still gonna try. I rolled the maximum, so if 11 helps.
No. I will be very honest. The DC was 12.
Oh,
I haven't
my
read.
God.
I'll show you the. I can show you the
one.
character sheets later. I actually.
Pain.
You.
We
are,
believe you. You don't have to show us character sheets.
You
Yeah,
are
that-
grappled as numerous tendrils coming from the back of this gambler start to grab upon you. And something will happen at the end of your turn, but however, you are grappled right now. But you may take your turn.
If you, just as a heads up, if you try to break away, it has disadvantage on the strength check to contest you.
Yeah.
For grappled specifically, am I still able to hit it?
Yes, you
Or
are.
is that okay? Do I
Yeah.
have disadvantage, or is it just I can?
Nope. You're thinking of restrained. Restrained gives you disadvantage and things like that.
Okay.
You're just grappled. Essentially, your speed is 0.
Okay, that's good. Maybe for now. I'm going to then try to hit it with my battle axe. I think I still technically have Wrathful Smite.
Yes, you do.
That doesn't mean anything.
No.
But I'm gonna try to hit it with my battle axe.
Go for it. Yeah.
+4. 19 plus 4.
19 plus 4. That definitely does hit with a 23.
Okay, and now I'm going to use it double-handed again. And I remembered, because I don't play paladins, I do have Divine Smite.
You can
So
smite.
I'm going to Divine Smite as well.
Perfect. So that means what level of Divine Smite are you putting into this?
Is it just like spell level?
It costs a spell slot.
Yeah. I luckily did save one spell slot, and it's first level.
So you can
That's all
put
I have.
an additional 2d8.
Okay. Then I'll just roll all of those.
There you go. Paladins, man. When they want to dish it out, they'll dish it out.
Well, you would think.
You would think.
It's 6, 7, 8, 10 total damage.
Still solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2d8 turned out 6, and that's, I believe, radiant damage, if that means anything.
It does not.
Okay.
Nice try, though.
Okay.
But it hits.
But it hits as you strike downwards onto it.
All adding up.
You are right next to it, and you actually chop one of the heads off. That is the one that was throwing up due to the sickness, and starts to roll over.
Eat shit, Dolores.
Now, since it's the end of your turn, and you are grappled, let me bring up that harvester, or the gambler.
I died by...
Perfect. I'm going to roll one. Oh no, it's sorry. 1, 2. You take 6 points of acid damage as it starts to dig into your body and release this icky green fluid through the tentacles. It is now going to be the gambler's turn.
Sick.
I would need Vorp and Briar to make me a con saving throw. You have to equal over 25 together.
This is a terrible...
I got a 19 total.
We got it.
You
I
got
got
it.
I got a 17. So
You felt that your
Nice.
bodies were being pulled together, but you resisted. I'll say even
Nice.
this point, since... No, it's not your turn yet.
that's an upgrade for me. It's a downgrade for her.
I would like everyone just to roll me an insight check, since you've all experienced
am-
this weird feeling.
I am partially
Oh.
made of weird black spores. I don't think that's much of a plus for you.
Fair enough.
16.
Insight check,
Ooh,
just
yeah.
a regular one. Okay.
21.
Oh, I'm
21,
Oh, easy. 14 plus 5, 19.
19,
rolled a 17.
17. Everyone rolled fairly high. You all get a feeling that whatever force is pulling you guys together happened to the gamblers. And what they're trying to do is trying to turn you into another one of these. And you get a sense that if you would have failed these con saves, you might have started melding with your teammate.
Uh-oh.
Great.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Vorp is looking for the door again at that.
It is now the gambler's turn. It does have disadvantage as only one head starts to roll closer. I'm gonna see who's gonna attack. Even odds. He's gonna attack Tavora. As a pseudopod, bit of flesh opens up,
Okay.
swings outwards. I don't know if that's gonna... A 12 to hit?
I love the
Miss.
phrase "a bit of flesh opens up."
That does it? 12?
Miss.
Miss.
Because I have armor
Bit of
shadows
flesh
up.
comes out. Maybe a bit of intestines.
I'm
No.
just gonna say the shadow blocks it.
Also, I should have mentioned that I would probably have this -1, so +1 to attack con save. So right now, Siege is helping out. So this is what's happening, guys. Next time there is a con save, you guys have a -2
Oh,
What the?
because of chat. Chat has an
That just
ability
wants
to
to see us
affect.
die.
Siege.
Tavora, it's your turn.
Damn it.
It says the next con save, so if you can cause this thing to make a con save, it has
Oh.
a -2.
Oh, good then. Where the hell did it go? She is.
Oh no, to that specific con save, he just specified.
Ew.
Never mind.
No!
She's
You didn't
going-
have to.
She's gonna cast Shadow Blade,
Shadowblade.
And it's right next
Okay.
to her anyway.
Next time you guys have a con save. Now this is for Highland Rose. You do have a +1.
Okay, so I have
what are
to-
you doing? Shadow Blade?
Yeah, I have to hit.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Ooh, another 19. Plus 6, so 25.
That hits. Roll me damage.
So it's 2d8
What kind of damage is this?
psychic. And there's another thing too, but I have to...
What is the other thing?
Hold
Isn't
on.
it immune
I gotta find... Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, technically, I don't know if this is dim light or advantage. Dim light or darkness.
I have to ask you a question.
Yeah,
What type of damage are you doing to this?
psychic.
All psychic?
Yeah.
You take a swing, doesn't matter what you roll, it is immune to psychic damage.
God damn it. That was a waste of a spell.
This is going great, guys.
Hold on.
I will say
Just
you
happy
did
to be
learn
here with
this
y'all.
a little while ago.
I mean, I can still hit it as a sword with the sword after.
In Tavora's defense, nobody learned it. Tavora
Good point. Meta, you did.
Yeah.
Player-wise
she learned
did.
it.
So you're playing by player, which is pretty good.
So it won't hit, but she will already tell them that there's already 2 of us in here. I don't need room for any more. And leave it. But she still has the blade. She can use it as a regular sword after that.
Briar, your turn.
Okay, I am going to hex this thing. So, hex, I think it's just instant.
Just
'cause it
works.
doesn't have a say. Yeah, it just happens. So now it's just curse. So I place a curse on the creature. It lasts for up to an hour. Every single time I do damage to it, it's going to take an extra 1d6 necrotic damage.
There you go.
And it happens until it dies, or unless I decide to release the curse. Which isn't likely, but
And I believe that is a
Yeah.
bonus action, too.
yes, it is. So I am going to...
You can also give it disadvantage on ability check.
Oh yeah, I'm giving it disadvantage on Constitution, and I'm going to cast... Not in range for poison spray, is it? No. Ice Dagger. Or
Ice Knife. Perfect. I
Yes.
believe you need to roll me an
Uh-oh.
attack roll. I know what it
yeah.
does.
So that shatters off impact. Oh wait, no.
Sorry, it's the only one I can hit him with.
Please roll nat 20.
That's a 19 plus 5.
Oh, she was so
it's
close!
over 20.
So close. Oh my goodness.
TPK.
Yeah.
That was
I
great.
got
Nice
too excited.
TPK.
I love that spell, and then I remembered.
Roll me
I'm
damage.
sorry, it's the only one that I have that will
Okay.
actually hurt
Are
it.
you a D&D player if you haven't killed a party member with ice knife before?
No.
Touche, touche.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is 14 damage total because of my hex.
Okay.
And then it explodes. And
Yeah,
deals
and now it
the AoE.
explodes, so now everyone needs
So,
to make a dexterity.
Everyone else needs to
saving
makes a dex save and has to beat Briar's DC.
throw. Sorry. It's only 13 to be fair. It's
Oh,
not
I-
that high.
I think I just make it.
Well,
Yeah,
No,
I just
8
make
out of
it.
13.
13.
Yeah. no, I didn't make it.
Would you
Minus
get no
two.
more?
You do take 9 ice damage.
Do we take
is fine.
half if we make it?
Yeah, no, you don't take any if you
Oh.
make it.
Okay, so 9
You
damage
get
to you,
minus
nobody.
2 on the save, though.
Oh,
Oh, well then I
Right.
don't make it. I thought you said con, not
Oh,
dex.
just con. He specified for con save.
Oh, okay.
So you're fine. So Tavora takes no damage. Nobody, you take 9. And
Yeah.
Briar, how do you take out the gamblers?
Oh, nice. That was it?
Ice
Oh,
knife every time.
Nice.
Briars like lifts her hand and spores go and surround them, and through this mist, she just throws a knife through, and it just like bursts them.
You see black ice emerge from this cloud of puff of smoke that starts to jettison inside of the creature's body. And unlike a particular ice knife spell where it explodes into shards of ice, it explodes into shards of spores, these hardened spores that have been aged for decades that explode upon that. Tavor, you block the majority of this. However, you were not expecting this to happen. You take a few of them to like below the pumpkin helmet.
Sorry.
But you guys are technically out of combat, but still in initiative, as right now the door opens slightly.
Run!
Yeah.
Get out of
run.
here.
I
Grab-
grab
the bait.
Well, we're going in
bandage guy.
order.
Okay. Oh, right.
So, Briar,
Oh,
that was
no.
your bonus action, your action. You still have movement if you want to stop concentrating on Entangled.
Yeah, I'm going to stop Entangle.
All right. And I'm assuming you use your movement to get the hell out.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, Briar's gone. She's
Briar's
done.
gone. It is now Vorp's turn.
Vorp's running with he's gonna grab what's his name?
Jackson.
Jackson. God, I have a terrible memory. I'm sorry.
It's totally fine. You grab
yes.
Jackson, half your movement, but just enough to get out the door.
As soon as we clear the door, I'm casting Shocking Grasp on him with intent to kill.
Roll me damage. He was already low in health.
Oh no.
Rip.
Feel like he killed himself. Do we still get paid?
We bring the corpse. It's like, hey, sorry, the house turned out to be a demon or something.
5.
Wasn't our fault.
all you needed.
Here's the body.
He is gone. Jackson is dead.
Uh-oh.
Then I'm gonna. I know it's not. It's my turn. So
We'll
I'll
do
have
it
to
when
next turn, but-
yeah, we'll do it when people.
Yeah.
Nobody and Tavora, I need you to make me con saves.
With a
'Cause you were the only
2.
two in. With the negative
Oh,
2.
I know why you killed him. They can't prove he's dead if he's still moving.
Oh, that's not bad, but what?
Nobody,
minus
what'd you get?
2?
11.
11.
What the hell is my con? Hold on. I don't imagine it's too high. So it would be a 19 minus 2 is 17.
11 plus 17, which is 28. You guys just made it.
Oh.
This is fine!
Nobody, it is your turn.
Okay.
I'm assuming you get the hell out.
I'm gonna grab Devora and get the hell out.
All right. We'll say since the next turn would have been Tavora after that, you definitely work together to get the hell out. You close the door behind you. And you guys are safe standing within that half-circle room with all the other doors. And we'll see what
How
happens.
are all of your hit points doing real quick?
Nobody just kind of like looks down and there's just like blood just like draining down them and like onto their battle axe.
Nobody, you get a flash of what you look like in the mirror.
Yum.
I don't
I am going to real quick expend 2 of my first level spells to cast Cure Wounds on each of
Tavora.
Nobody and Tavora, yeah.
Yeah, nobody.
Many thanks.
Yes. I have to say we thank
That's
you.
9. Should I heal separately or
We'll
should I
count it
just...
for both.
Alright,
Yeah.
you both heal 9 hit points then.
Being very nice on that.
Thank you.
We'll see what the party does and what they expect to do to get out of the Harvest House. When we come back, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. See you guys then.
Bye.
Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that quick 10-minute break as we are back now, as we've joined the party now. Retreated back to the half-circle hallway room with the numerous doors. Occasionally they do see the door shifting from one side to the other. At this particular point, as you've gone through three doors down, as we made a joke before,
Yeah, okay.
you start to hear, I'm okay. You start to hear pounding at your original door as the drywall and the wood starts to creak and bend. Like the creature you ran from is now trying its darndest to actually get out.
Is that early 2000s rock music? No? Not funny?
Nope.
All right, I'll try again later. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Animate Dead through my Staff of Dead.
Roll me a D100.
You got it.
There was a magical item that I worked out something with Aaron, but it comes with a draw.
43.
Okay.
Oh.
The corpse of Jackson turns into a zombie.
Welcome back.
You don't say that.
Oh.
Since
God.
you're 43, you are incapable of speech as you start to babble.
Blah, 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 blah.
Are you doing all right, small friend?
Hear that.
I take that as a no.
Oh, roll me a D10, Vorp, real quick. Just to see how long this effect lasts.
Hopefully not too long.
Ooh, okay. But you guys are back in the room. Pounding at the door across the hall. Numerous shifting screams coming from different doors around you. So far, you have looked at room 3, 4, and I believe, and room 1. So there's room 2 and room 5.
What about room 5?
Yeah? Okay. And Tavor, are you opening the door?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, to be honest, room 2 is too close to room 1, and I'm not going over there.
Alright. Tavor, as you go to the 5th room, start to open it up.
Slowly.
Slowly. You hear... You finally open the door enough where you can now hear the sound of slurps and rips of flesh fill the room as you see the red and orange tiefling mounted over the yellow one, devouring her flesh.
Yum.
The red and orange one see a bit of the light that's coming from the hallway creaking in, and they look towards you. And you see in this form, they are hunched over, black fangs going through their bodies to white eyes. Their jaws exposed. You see a bit of flesh themselves where the bone is starting to like hang just in the wind as they are just dripping in blood of crimson from their sister. They look towards you, to you both. She didn't want to dance.
Can I
Can't
close
imagine
attempt to
why.
close the door real quick?
You can do that.
Continue, and then she'll close the door real quick.
Make me an athletics check. If anyone else is helping her, let her know now.
I'll be helping her, yes.
Perfect. Everyone slams to the door. You have advantage on this.
Step
Okay.
wash, Spain wash, step blah
Lay on
blah.
hands.
Oh no!
I'm gonna use lay on hands on myself for.
Alright,
Perfect.
well, she doesn't have anything to athletics, but she got a 16 as her highest
Perfect. You beat them. As the door. Dance. Dance.
roll. So they seem pleasant.
They were.
Flenny flenny.
Oh, Vorp, you can now talk.
Ah!
You're no longer a sim.
Thank you for catching that.
Oh my god, if you guys fought the dancers out, let me show you what the dancers could do.
Oh gosh.
Can they kill people?
Sure.
Probably.
But what would you guys like to do now that you've looked at room 5 with only room 2 available?
I'm guessing room 2.
Just before we open this final door, I'm just gonna roll. Can I investigate for any hidden doors or entrances to stairs that are somewhere?
Roll me an investigation check.
Can any of us help?
Shouldn't need it. That's a 24.
24. You start to slide your hand along the edges of like doors and walls and the corners, and just trying to find something, like especially when like the half circle meets to like the ends and then goes towards the hallway. There is no like secret door, unfortunately, but what you do find in one of the side tables that is holding like these lanterns that give off this illuminescent within the room, there is a door, or at least not a door, a drawer, and you pull it open, and you do see 2 small red vials.
Do they look familiar?
You roll a 24. One of them looks familiar. The other one looks just stark red. I'll say you recognize that one of them is a potion of healing.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
I'm proficient in herbalism. Could I roll something with that to like see if I recognize it?
I would say you probably need your kit available with you, but since you are proficient with it, let's see how far you go. Go ahead and roll a d20 plus your wisdom plus your proficiency.
I'm a poisoner, so can I help him?
Absolutely. Roll with advantage.
Excellent.
Are you sure wisdom and not intelligence?
Either or.
That's what I like to hear.
Just intelligence, right?
Intelligence plus proficiency.
+2.
And you have advantage because Briar
4.
sort of looks over your smaller shoulders and is like sort of instructing you as well as giving her own input.
It did help. 21.
21.
Nice.
Definitely a potion of healing. The other one is you pop it open and give it a quick smell. It smells like iron. That's just blood.
Oh.
None of you guys would happen to be vampires, would you?
Not currently.
Not professionally.
That's a weird answer.
I'm just gonna put that one back and take the potion of healing.
Perfect.
Beautiful
I'm
answer.
just I'm gonna I'll just like
not
put it
the
on
answer
the
if you wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're fucked. I guess we'll try the last door.
You open the last door. Who's opening it?
Oh, I took the last one.
I'll take it.
Okay. Nobody. You walk up. Pumpkin head
Deep
at the
breath.
ready. You could definitely feel a bit of sweat happening within your helmet as you open the door. There's light.
Don't worry, there's a built-in air conditioner in that pumpkin.
And there are stairs that go down.
Look back to the group.
Can I have taken the blood vial with me if you put it back?
Sure.
Okay, I'd take it with me.
You weirdo.
She is a
Watch your
Know
weirdo.
her pastimes.
Nobody will just look to the group and say, "Watch your step," and we'll start going down the staircase.
All right.
Briar will follow.
I'll get on Zombie Jackson's shoulders,
Perfect.
ride him down.
Yeah.
I'm especially excited that you got his name right.
Hey.
You head downstairs. It is
With 2 fries.
it is the same scene that you start to head downstairs. The dance area to your left, the bar to your right, the main entrance and exit right in front of you. You do hear the sound of, like that sound of like very clean glass, like when you like are really cleaning something, and you can definitely hear the sound coming from the bar.
Is that fucking bartender over there
You want to take a look?
Probably.
with his
Yeah.
creepy? He's gonna be some green bullshit, I bet, because of his tattoos.
You want to take a look?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I want to? No. Will I? Yes.
You do see the Dwarven Bartender, who is currently looking off into space, cleaning the same glass, just same motion. Doesn't seem like he's recognized your approach or even your arrival at all.
Does he seem like out of it, like how the other people were, just kind of like dazed, or does this seem normal to him?
I don't think you know normal is to him, but roll me an inside check anyways, and we'll see how far you go.
Okay. 19 plus 3.
Ooh. He seems very much lost in thought, and though his face and body language is just sort of like appear, seems fairly normal. Like he seems like he was serving drinks. It's just his hands and just his body language. He's doing like almost like clockwork, the same thing. Doesn't move, perfect. And it's giving you that that's not right type of feeling.
He's busy controlling the rest of the house.
Yeah.
You guys ever heard of an anglerfish?
Yes.
I think he's the light.
Probably.
Bad thing.
Where's can we see the owner, Harvey?
Oh, you roll a perception check.
I'm really good at those. 2.
2. No, you don't see him. You do, however, hear the following. Want a drink? Want a drink? Want a drink?
Give me a second.
Want a drink?
I'm gonna get the quarter staff out and just smack him over the head.
You smack him. You hear almost like a recording getting hit. Want a drink? Want a drink?
Maybe I didn't hit him hard enough.
Want a
Maybe we
drink?
should just leave. How about that?
He is beyond help. We must go.
Give me a second.
No.
I will not.
I don't
Tavora,
want-
since you were the one to smack him, and now
Right.
it's sort of looking towards your friends as they're talking, everyone sees this as the Dwarven man springs from beyond the bar, latches onto your back, Tavora, and takes a bite onto your shoulder.
Yummy.
Does 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And as you knock him to the floor, he falls and he starts to rot away into a mush of an orange pile of mush and vegetation.
I just look at nobody.
Nobody's just staring at the mush.
Is that what's gonna happen to you?
What? Should I know?
Because it's
Oh,
like
dead.
pumpkin mush, right?
I did the joke.
Oh, I wasn't joking.
I see. Probably. But I do not wish
Okay.
to stick around to find out.
There's a crash at the front door. Sounds of glass breaking.
Vorp dives for cover behind the table or something.
What is everyone else doing?
I'll go behind the bar.
Behind the bar.
Yeah, I'm also going behind the bar.
Behind the bar?
Wait, what was it? We heard glass shattering?
You heard glass shattering from the front door.
I'm going to just hold my battle axe and burn towards the door.
Oh, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on Jethro. Or on Jackson.
Jack's throw.
Jack's throw. You get to rename him. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, you renamed Jethro.
I did.
Jackson feels integral to the story. So.
You also hear numerous shatters of the windows all around you as certain vines and pumpkins are thrown indoors that seem to connect into the void somewhere. The smell of rotted vegetation starts to fill the space as these almost like aberration, like these very wild looking mish of creature and pumpkin start to show like numerous teeth within the pumpkin itself. Let's go and put you on a map.
Hey!
Detect magic.
So the way we had it, Briar, Tavora, Vorp. And we'll say that nobody was hiding over here and turns. Or was over here and turns towards the front door. Let's show the audience what we're working with. And now I get to show you what you guys are looking at.
Jack the Pumpkin King.
As a familiar sight of rib cage, bone, and a singular pumpkin head with numerous holes that are dripping ooze, this bone-like claw creeps out and smashes through the front door. Glass everywhere. Let's show you what you see.
Oh, fun.
And
Love the art though.
Mm-hmm.
Harvest.
the harvester. So, let's see here. Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Sounds good.
19.
19.
gonna
That
roll
was
the-
for you, Briar? Or,
Pumpkin dice.
Hi.
Ooh.
alright, 19 for nobody. 5 for Briar. Vorp,
My
what'd you get?
third natural 20 of the night.
Bruh.
22.
So
Oh, wow.
blessed.
He looked delicious.
It's this new dice I got.
Tavora,
One of my
what'd you
friends from my campaign gave me these super fancy glass die. It seems like it's
Ooh.
loaded.
Ooh.
get? Feels like maybe it's weighted.
A natural
Yeah.
20 on my pumpkin die.
Unnatural 20?
No, a natural 20.
Another natural 20.
So it's a 21 in total. I was like, but I want this natural 20 for like to hit or something.
Yeah, nat 20's always
The way
feel a
I
little
look at it
strange.
is if you get a natural 20 in your initiative, it's your combat is blessed for this encounter. The gods are with you.
I like my little. You can't really see because it's black, but it's a Halloween dice.
Oh, nice.
Has someone checked out the Arby dice? Yeah, I know that's a thing.
Yeah, I sent that to you.
Arby's? Like
Yeah,
Arby's?
Arby's
Like
made
fast food
dice.
Arby's?
Yes.
I sent Mike the
Why?
article.
I know what I'm googling.
Well, first up, Vorp, you are first. And let me bring out your zombie friend too.
Vorp the Conqueror. Alright.
He probably didn't jump behind, but he was probably staying over here.
Probably, yeah. I am going to cast Enlarge Reduce again. But this time, I'm gonna cast Reduce on the Harvester
Yeah.
and try to shrink that mofo.
So what does he need to roll?
Con.
Con. I'm rolling a con over here. That's a 15.
Fuck. Beats it by 1. Alright. Yep.
You release the energy. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to resonate within this undead vegetation plant-like being.
I will just, with my bonus action, I'll just command, Jackson to, defend me from pumpkins.
Okay,
So
perfect.
he'll get into like instead of rushing the harvester, he'll get into like a defensive.
It is his turn,
Thanks.
so he goes after you. So essentially, he's going to go across the bar and sort of stand where you are, just to create a meat shield, as he always was meant to be.
As he always was meant to be.
That's what you guys used him for the first.
Yep.
Next, we have Tavora.
Have to see what this thing can do. I'm just gonna do Eldritch Blast from here, so she's gonna like shoot up fire and then go back down.
Go for it. Make me attack.
Pew, pew, pew.
Ooh, natural 20.
Natural 20. You guys are rolling very well today.
Hey,
Roll
not in the
fire.
beginning.
I'm not.
Not in the beginning.
That's true. There's been some slip
Bit of
ups.
build up.
So
Yeah.
you want me to roll 2d10 then?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So 2d10 force damage. Oh, so 13 points.
13 points. That's pretty good. Release a bolt. It actually snaps some of the ribs inside the harvester.
And she goes back under the bar.
Okay. Nobody. You're up.
Okay. So this thing's a bit of a ways away from me.
It is.
I'm actually going to use my action to change my shape to mimic the appearance of the harvester.
Okay.
So I can change my height and weight. I don't think I can get that big. And even if I could, my stats wouldn't change. So I'll just do a little bit bigger than my normal self and kind of twist and contort my body to look like this lichen-covered skeletal figure, keeping my
Perfect.
pumpkin exactly the same.
Pumpkin, exactly. And unlike the other one that is dripping ooze and just sort of like this black and green ichor, yours is still pristine with the slit there. But the
Yep.
body itself is just ribs. The flesh now gaunt with like skeletal and greenish vines that start to tether downwards. You look like the creature. We'll see.
Yeah, I have an idea of what you're thinking of, but I'm not gonna think about it. And I'm going to, that was in my action, so I'm just going to hold my ground and look at the harvester and say in deep speech, "You are an embarrassment."
So rude.
I was gonna say you're its baby, but not with that mouth.
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Nobody came to serve.
Did you get a 20?
I have proficiency in persuasion. It's not a 20, but it is a 22.
Ooh.
Ooh.
17 plus 5, that's 22, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What does this mean?
Means you're the best of freaking
We'll
friends.
see when it's its turn.
It dies of embarrassment.
Which is funny because now it's the harvester's turn.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I'll say it doesn't use its movement to. I'll say it uses half its movement. It's definitely shaken, seeing almost an exact copy, a smaller version of itself, and hearing the sort of familiar tongue. So it's not going to rush in your direction, but definitely is getting a bit closer. Let's see, can it do anything from this? Yeah, it can. Let's see. Let's attack Jackson as one of the pumpkins looks towards Jackson and spits out this blood-covered seed. Ooh, 23.
His AC is 8. So that hits.
That
Just
does
barely.
4 points of damage.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Oh man, I forgot that he has that. That'd be cool. Next in line, we have Harvester Briar.
Briar is going to cast. Well, first I'm going to hex the harvester,
Yes, you may.
and I'm going to cast Ice Knife in 2nd level.
Okay.
That is a 19 plus 5, so 24.
Rolling good. Yeah, that'll hit.
D10 and D6.
Technically, you would have a 20, 19 plus 5 plus 1 because of chat gave you a plus 1.
Perfect.
Still hits.
Well, it does 10 points of damage total.
Perfect.
Yes, and it shatters, but I don't
We're finally
think
not
any-
next to it.
yeah, nothing's close
No,
enough.
yeah.
be
Another
affected.
black ice combined with sort of this condensations that's all around you, as well as the spores, slams into the harvester, almost sticking in between one of the ribs and shatters within.
Excellent.
After that, back to the top of the round. Actually, before the end of the round, after your turn, Briar, he's going to use his legendary action to move 5 feet. Oops.
Cool.
Yikes. Okay.
He's going to use that.
Like how our 5 feet's like this and his 5 feet is like.
Vorp, you're up.
Orp is up, you say. Okay. With my bonus action, I'm gonna command Jackson to start making his way towards the pumpkin that shot him, which I assume is this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to cast, I'll just cast, Chill Touch at it,
All right.
I guess. Yeah. 21.
That'll hit.
Oh, D8. 7 points of damage.
Okie dokie. So you release another chilled touch, another sort of skeletal claw scrapes across the harvester. This time feeling like it did take the full amount.
Nice. That's necrotic, everybody.
Nice.
And as the bonus action, as you constructed, what's your speed of your zombie?
20, so he's not making it all the way.
We'll see. He's right here, so 20 would be right about here. He can action to dash if you want him to.
Can he? Oh,
They have an attack.
Sure.
They have an attack action. They could probably take
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
yeah, let's do that.
So he's going right there next to the pumpkin that shot him with the blood seed. Tavora, you're up. Tavora.
Taking full cover behind the bar after. By the way.
Perfect.
Those plants flammable by chance?
You can definitely you can.
She will
try.
cast Firebolt if she hits
Who are you doing it on?
the harvester.
Perfect.
Okay, 16 plus 6, so 22.
That hits.
And D10. 4.
4.
Yeah.
You release this bolt of fire as it swings towards the harvester, especially towards a lot of where the
Yeah, she's
the
trying to aim for
greenery-
the plants.
where the plants are and the greenery and the vines. The vines do catch on fire, and you get a feeling that your fire spell did way more damage than you thought.
And then she pops back down.
Nobody. It is your turn.
Just going to lay on hands myself again, because this is gonna get rough. This is gonna be for 5 hit points, and not gonna say anything. Just going to stare down the harvester as it approaches.
Make me an intimidation roll.
Okey-doke. I also proficient in intimidation. Not quite as good. 16.
Okay. I'm gonna roll something quick. Alrighty then. It is the harvester's turn. I'm gonna essentially give him like a weakened fear effect here. He's not gonna want to tangle with you right now,
Yeah.
but other people are on his patch. And he wants that.
Smartly clustered together.
Oh, come on. There you go. That's as far as he can go. And unfortunately, he cannot reach anyone, I don't believe. Let's see here. Nope, but he will use his action to do another... Oh, wait. Oh, he's gonna do that. Hell yeah. I would like everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, I get it.
Wisdom
15 plus
saving.
5, 20.
Well,
19.
19? You technically have an 18 because the chat gave you a -1,
5.
but you're okay now, Devor. You did pass. Nobody, what'd you get?
12.
12. You succeed. 4.
Would you like to guess, Mike?
A natural 1, a natural 20.
The big one.
There you go.
That's good.
Briar,
I got a 15 plus 5, 20.
you are all fine.
That was a different die,
Yeah.
by the way. So
Ah.
You get a feeling that something was trying to drag you into the soil underneath. Nothing.
Oh, cool.
Nothing
exactly
physical.
where I want to be.
Nothing physical. Something that was grabbing your very essence. But you all resisted it, and that's all it can do. It is now going to be Briar.
Okay. Ooh, I just went. Okay.
Weeby.
I will sort that out in a minute. Until I figure that all the way out, let's go and cast Ice Knife.
Okay.
A classic.
Let's change it up and cast Ice Knife again. That
Switch
is-
it up a little bit.
Briar has a deep bag of tricks.
Exactly. 16 plus 5, so 21.
21 definitely does hit.
Alright.
I'm surprised you're not bringing out your spore halo and your everything else.
Spore Halo is only when for things are next to me.
Oh, good point.
And I don't want to get close because I have 24 hit points. That's 10 damage total. I am trying to figure out a thing, but I need a little bit more time to sort it all out first.
All right, you release another ice knife once again. Now hitting one of the skulls that are almost placed and inweaved within the vines. It doesn't make a sound. It's just dragging its giant body towards you. But you definitely got some solid hit on that one.
Excellent.
Any other bonus actions, movements?
No, we're good.
All right, Vorp, you're up.
Because it seemed to do something earlier, in deep speech to the harvester, Vorp will say, your mother's very disappointed in you.
Oh no.
Okay.
And then, he'll throw a chill touch at it again.
That felt very vicious mockery, and I appreciate it.
It did. I was like, I'm getting bard senses here.
I don't know. I don't think that's gonna hit. Plus 6. 12?
12? 12 does not hit.
That's alright. And then bonus action, I'll just ask Jackson to smack at a pumpkin, and then I'll take cover again.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack for Jackson. Smack of the pumpkin.
That's a 17?
17 does hit.
Okay. 7 bludgeoning damage.
You watch as Jackson grabs his two hands, creates almost like a hammer-like attack, and Gallagher's this pumpkin.
Nice.
And you see splattered on the floor not only the innards of a pumpkin, but also shards of bone, bloodied seeds, and eyeballs. That's
Cool. Yeah. All the things that you would expect to have in a pumpkin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
I mean, that's what you would find in nobody's pumpkin.
Yeah.
oh, good
totally.
point. Yeah.
He'll use the rest of his bonus action to walk towards the harvester.
Or your movement. Oh,
His movement.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20. He can literally get right there with them.
Nice.
It is now going to be Tavora's turn.
Firebolt again, because that worked so well. First time.
So, I'm gonna real quick run and grab something.
Good luck.
17?
17 hits.
Ooh, 8 points of fire damage that time.
That does way more than you think. Another release. This time, a bit of the pumpkin itself starts to get charred and burned. It is going to use a legendary action. And I need Jackson to make me a dex saving throw. And nobody, you need to make me a dex saving throw as well. As
Okie-doke.
the vines that are
Cool.
currently allowing it to move within the space start to do an outward strike, just swirling around.
17 minus 2, 15.
You still succeed.
7.
7.
Oh, nice.
You fail.
Yay!
Jackson takes 5 points of damage. Nobody, you take 10.
Ooh.
Now he's missing
Really
9.
glad I did that healing.
That was the legendary action. So after you, Tavora, it is now nobody's turn.
Okay. Does it still seem to be hesitant of me? anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why you got hit this time is because you were just in the area.
Okay.
It's one of those things where it's like, you're a smaller version of me, you speak my same language, this is weird. Like, it's
Okay.
still assessing you, it's not sure what to think.
Assert dominance. Be superior
Okay.
pumpkin.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, how do I want to do this?
Well, not that far.
Okay. Right, D&D terms. Okay, I think what I'll do then. First, I want to. Can I just use a free action to like try to speak to it again?
Yeah, go for it.
Again in deep speech. Will you let us lead?
You do get a response, and Vorp, I think since you speak deep speech as well, it kind of like, you almost get this feeling from the numerous skeletons and skulls, as well as the sort of the numerous holes within the harvester's body. It won't let me let you leave.
Okay.
Well, that's alarming.
That's really alarming. I'm going to use my action then to use my remaining 5 lay on hands and heal myself, and just say again in deep speech, who won't?
Okay. This is sort of happening between yours and its turn because it comes next. We'll see if you get an answer, depending. But it is the harvester's turn. It is going to move a little bit. And Vorp, you do not look like it, but you did somewhat insult it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So go ahead and have Jackson make an attack of opportunity.
Okay. That's a 13.
13? No, that will not hit. In addition to this, since I know that you are full cover, but it is so large it can see over it, I'm going to give you +5 to your AC.
Okay.
So you got 3/4 cover. So it's going to make a multi-attack to see if it can hit you.
Okay.
Oh wait, the moment it like steps up, sorry, my Halo of Spores would have activated.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
he's
dude.
going to take 1d4 necrotic damage.
He needs to make a
as-
con save, correct?
Oh yeah, con save first, yeah. As just like a puff of spore swells.
Natural 1.
Yeah, okay. He takes 4 necrotic damage.
Nice. It's easy 4.
Yes.
I love the fact that that's just a thing that happens.
Yeah, just can't come near me. I'm a little bit poisonous.
That would be a 17 to hit you, Vorp.
That's gonna miss because I'm at a 20.
Perfect, because you have that +5.
Yep.
That's gonna hit with a 21.
Shield.
There you go. Yeah, a bit of the bar blocking a bit of this. What you see, a large bone and vine-like claw reaches upwards and tries to swing over the bar. Majority of it does get blocked by the bar itself, but you do see like a singular bone starting to almost like pierce your skull, and you cast a shield blocking it.
Cool.
Yeah. Its third legend, because it has 3 attacks. One of them has to be from this pumpkins. One of the pumpkins from across the way is going to retreat.
Awesome.
But that's all it can do. It is now Briar's turn.
Great. Now that he's in front of me, I'm going to use my bonus action to start my symbiotic entity. I
Yeah.
take up one of my wild shape forms, and I do an extra 1d6
Necrotic damage.
necrotic damage when I hit him with melee. So then I'm going to take my spear and try to stab him with
You
it.
have a spear. Perfect. Make me an attack roll.
Okay. That is an 18 plus 1, so 19.
Perfect. That'll hit.
Alright. So that. Then I also have the extra damage from his hex.
Oh snap!
So I need to roll 3d6.
Nice.
Where's another one? There it is.
Melee damage from a druid doing that much damage? It's pretty good.
13 damage.
13 damage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
5, 5, and a 3.
Got it. You can see numerous parts of the bone, like one arm drops over and he's trying to pick it up, trying to put it back as the vines start to grow back. Majority of the pumpkin skull right now is starting to become a little more rotted away. And as you stab through it, you actually stab through a bit of the pumpkin skull and release it. You see almost a bout of just orange blood and guts. You see numerous teeth starting to fall out.
Yummy.
I think that was your turn. Any bonus action movement, I think?
Nope, I already used my bonus action for this turn.
Perfect. Vorp, you're up.
Vorp the cum.
Okay.
I'm going to reach across the bar and cast Shocking Grasp on it.
Okay. I will say, since you do have to jump over a bar to touch him and then sort of come back, just make me an athletics check.
Okay. 17.
17, not a problem. Like a nimble gnome.
It's me. That's what they called me in high school. That is a 18 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so 1d8, 4 damage, and since he can't take reactions now, I'm running the fuck away.
There you go. Where are you going?
I'm gonna dive behind this table here and
Perfect.
try to get more cover, but on the opposite side of it.
Can do. You quickly jump over, touch him. A release of shock goes through this creature's body. You definitely see it start to move, react to the electricity as you jump over quickly. You don't even have to go around. You can literally go under the table and move it to a side so that way it's blocking.
And then bonus action, Jackson, kill it.
Make an attack roll with your with Jackson.
That's a 19 total.
That hits. Roll me damage.
Another d8. That's an 8.
Nice. He's looking pretty bad, guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
As a legendary action, I'll try once more. I want everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I rolled the exact same thing I did last time.
16.
Oh my god.
22.
Oh my god.
15 plus 5, 20.
Jeez. I think honestly, probably Jackson would have to make the roll too. So if you can make a roll for him as well. So you all succeed.
I think he automatically fails. Let me check.
Yeah.
He has a 6 wisdom, so it probably affects him somehow. So
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
He auto magically failed.
He rolled a 4 minus 2, so 2.
You see numerous tendrils spring from the wooden floor, wrap around Jackson, and drag him underneath.
Damn it!
He is.
I'm
I'll
losing
say-
my zombies.
Yeah.
I will say that your magic tells you that he's still alive, but we'll see what
Alive.
happens. Yeah,
Unalive.
unalive.
Undead.
Let's see. So that was after Vorp's turn. That was the legendary action. So now it's Devora.
Flame again if she hits. Ooh. 15?
15 does hit.
Oh, that's a surprise.
It's a big creature.
5
5.
of fire.
Tavora, how do you want to do this?
Don't want it to
I don't even think it has a heart, right?
You can aim to where you think a heart is.
I'm gonna.
Chatter through a
I'm gonna.
page.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume like the twisted version comes out, and then she just goes right through puts her hand out right through the head and splits it in two.
pop that pumpkin.
Pumpkin pie time.
It starts to reel back as the head is no longer there. You just see like the outer remains of a pumpkin head as just teeth and bones, and you see like fingertips drop all around as it land onto the wooden floor. Because of that, for Jackson, he was gone within the earth for 1 turn, or at least not even that, but we'll count as 1 turn. So he takes 13 points of psychic damage.
And he takes psychic damage?
He
I
has
don't know.
1 health.
There you go.
He can, yes. He has an intelligence of 3. I don't know what that means for taking psychic damage, but...
You guys.
Oh, no, he's out. He's at 0.
Oh,
But he has undead fortitude.
All right. We'll make on save.
So, DC of, how much was taken? 13?
13.
Oh, he has to fucking roll so high. Okay. Natural 20.
You gotta be kidding me, man. That's like 4 natural 20s for
That's
you.
5.
What ends up happening is that the hole in the ground.
Improbable, not impossible.
True. The vines that drug Jackson into the ground, you see the flame take over the harvester as it falls down, and where the hole was, it opens back up, and spits out Jackson, much like they did, the world did when he went through the void, when he was alive, and he's still moving. He's covered in vines and roots.
I'll run over
Lloyd
to him.
still doesn't want him.
My sweet, sweet boy. I'll get all the vines and stuff off him.
All right, let me show him again. He's back. Nobody, do you stay as your form?
Yeah, as the harvester collapses, there's like a moment where nobody kind of like reaches out, like, oh wait, no. But then we'll retract and kind of go back to that stoic nature.
All right. I'm so happy Astral lets me do this quick swap. You hear a door right next to right next to the stairs open up. And you hear the familiar voice of Harvey go, Goodness me, how could this happen? I saw the whole fight. You killed it?
Where's he at?
Coming out of the...
He would be like next to the stairs. Like there's a doorway, one here.
Still in deep speech, nobody's gonna turn over to Harvey and say, was this your doing?
Wasn't this was none of my doing.
So you can understand me.
Of course. I've seen plenty of travelers come this way.
Nobody's gonna start approaching with the battle axe.
As you see him, like almost like this aggressive tone, you see nobody start to walk towards Harvey. He starts to back away into what looks like to be a long hallway behind him on the first floor. Moves into like this stone hallway and starts to back up, trying to keep a distance away from nobody.
Did the big thing crash through what would have been the front door?
No, it oh yeah, it did. It did crash at the front door.
Is it open now then?
You want to go through it?
I definitely want to look out of it and see if I can.
You still see
Jackson through it.
You still see a void.
Still a void.
Didn't the plant monster say that something wouldn't let us leave?
Yeah.
Harvey continues moving down towards a stone padded hallway. Small desks on the side, a window on the other side. But definitely looks to you, nobody, as you're currently like keeping a pace with him. Actually, is that happening? I should ask the other players. What are you guys doing?
I'm following.
I'm setting stuff on fire. She wants out of this house.
Okay.
I don't know. I really
I'm walking, but I'm setting shit
I'm
on
walking
fire.
here.
I
Sure,
would have
it's out.
tried to not let him get away too far, but it sounds like I'm too late for that.
You could definitely start to catch up.
Okay. Then nah, I'll just wait and see what happens.
He leads you down this stone hallway and says, "Yes, the whole fight. I saw it. More, really. I see more." And you see, like, his spine start to twist a bit.
Nobody's gonna swing.
Make me attack roll.
And while they're swinging, just going to say, "You enslaved that creature," and is going to just try to slam down a 10 plus 4? Yeah, 14.
Does not connect. Actually,
No!
I will say that you do connect. However, this gash that you've left, you see nothing but vines, leaves, and like just heavy vegetation. As you release it, you see like small tethers starting to sew it's back up, and it turns to you. This mixture of a vegetation humanoid looks to you, Nobi, as you yell to it, "I am that creature. I see all. I see the land as it stretches beyond the hills and valleys. I see life as it grows from a mere seed. I see the energy that dies for those," and sort of motions towards you all, "that trample upon it. My siblings. You have only seen a sliver of this, what this realm is capable of." And sort of looks beyond you towards where the fallen harvester is. "I no longer have the means, an avatar to end your life." And a sickly smile starts to show as he continues walking, now leading you a bit further. He motions towards a wall, and a series of bricks start to fall. Where you finally do see the outer limits of Vinelock. "Go on. Leave. Besides, I'll have you soon. You weren't always safe." And taps on the opposite side of the wall where a giant mirror is. Do you guys look at the mirror?
No.
No.
Directly at Harvey.
I'm gonna roll to see if I do. I'm gonna roll a intelligence saving throw. How's that sound?
Just roll an intelligence check.
Intelligence check. That's a 20, baby.
Vorp,
Dirty.
something occurs to you. You look at your companions, you look at yourself, or at least like not through the mirror, obviously, just sort of looking at them right now. They all look like how they looked within the mirror.
No,
So
I don't think I would.
use that knowledge as you wish.
Can I
So-
attack the mirror?
Can you what?
Can I attack the mirror?
You want to attack the mirror?
But you
Yeah.
shouldn't look at it.
No, I'm not gonna look at it. Like, can she just like fire something in that direction?
You can try.
I don't like that. You could try.
I want to talk to Vorp right now, because
Okay.
you made the intelligence check. What do you do with that knowledge? What does Vorp do?
I'm going to search the darkest recesses of my mind. Have I been here before?
You haven't.
That answer was vague and unconvincing.
This doesn't seem familiar at all.
I mean, you all look like you did in the mirror.
But you don't have their memories.
Spooky.
And
I'm
the mirror
going
was
to,
and the mirror was telling you to do something.
Run. I think Briar's gonna close her eyes and just run in the opposite direction.
Briar, you leave?
Yeah. No, she's just not sticking around.
Alright.
Yeah, she's gone.
Let's check with everyone. Nobody, what are you doing?
Nobody's going to stand their ground holding the battle axe, and is going to wait until everyone else has made their decision.
Got it. Tavora, what are you doing?
Gonna throw an Eldritch Blast at the mirror.
Not looking or
Not
looking?
looking.
Do it at disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, that's not gonna hit because that first one is a 1. So it
You
doesn't
close your eyes, trying not to look, and you just hit the wall.
So this guy said he can't kill us because he doesn't have an avatar to do it now.
He says he doesn't have the avatar to kill you now. But you can leave, but he'll get you soon because you weren't always safe.
Fuck, that's so unsettling.
Did you say aren't or
You weren't always safe.
past tense? Hate it. Cool.
I'll yell out to Briar, who's making her way to the exit.
I think we're gonna end right back here if we don't finish this now.
Well, what do you suggest? Because I don't really want to be trapped in a mirror until I die. Don't get me wrong, decay is my whole thing, but haven't been able to do much of that, so kinda don't want to end my streak now.
What's worse? A giant skeleton? Or a gnome?
Fucking Aiden.
You can leave if you guys want.
I'm gonna cast sleep on him.
Roll your I think it's like 5d8.
5d8, yes. 1.
Since Briar's further away, I want nobody and Tavora also to make me perception checks. So what'd you get, Vorp?
I got 8 plus 7 plus 5, 20 plus 5 is 25 plus 6 is 31.
Jeez.
You release the spell. I'm more than what you think. He starts to decay into the ground.
Hey, I do that.
I'm gonna quickly cast Divine Sense to see.
Well, that's all I
what
got.
he
Then I
is.
make for the door.
Okay, so nobody, Tavora, what'd you get? So Vorp, you're leaving to the door, got it.
17.
17. Nobody, what'd you get?
15.
15. You both hear the crash of a window beyond the mirror.
Like it's
Oh.
repeating itself.
Huh?
I see.
And then you hear screams. Briar, as you currently start to run, you start to decay and die. And you fall into a pile of mush.
Spores.
You hear more screams within the mirror. Vorp, you start to see that Jackson starts to decay as well.
Okay. I can't do anything about it, so.
Okay. Nobody's going to turn. They are going to look in the mirror because they're going to two-handed attack it and try to divine smite smash the mirror.
Nobody, as you look into the mirror, you see the shadows. You see the same. Basically, you are looking back into your old room that you were taking a night's rest in, and you see the shadows starting to collect, this time grabbing onto Briar and just devouring her.
Oh, yum.
You see that as Jackson fled the coop, another tendril grabbed him and devoured it as well. And you see a scene as this same entity, this skeletal pumpkin head creature, is within your room growing like it did before, and this time attacking your past selves. And is now attacking you, nobody. You may attack the mirror, but I think you know that without the warning given to yourselves to run, you start to get devoured, and by one, you start to drop into mush, to piles of vegetation and goop, as the stories of Nobody, Vorp, Briar, and Tavora end today. And that's what we're going to call it a game.
No!
Long live Warp the Conqueror.
I had an idea there at the end.
Mm-hmm. I tried to make it somewhat
Once you
obvious.
said the mirror, that's why I was like, oh fuck, we're reliving it.
I figured it. Yeah, that was tough.
I figured
Not
it.
gonna
but
like
Briar
retcon or
wouldn't.
backtrack. Idea there at the end was going to instead yell, "Go to door number 2."
Oh, that would have been smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ran out of time.
But it was one of those things where I'm like, I gave you enough chances to try
Yeah.
to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the choice was not to warn your past selves, because he even hinted you weren't always safe. You used to sleep, and he was going to get you during your sleep. So that's what we're going to call it today. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me for this one show. Hopefully you enjoy this little creepy jaunt into within the Hama's house.
Yeah.
Um, It was just supposed to be a fun little throwaway thing, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So, once again, you can always catch these guys here. Of course, I'll give you guys one more chance, or another chance to go ahead and do a plug. So, Titan, where can people find you?
Instagram at Titan Fish Killer and Redbubble Titan Fish Killer.
Aaron, what's your Twitch channel?
My Twitch channel is I've talked in chat a couple times now, but it's riot_sad_wizard, and my Twitter is just sadwizardguy. One word.
And then you have a podcast now, right?
I do, yeah. I have an improv podcast set in Critical Role's Exandria. We're only a few episodes in. It's a lot of fun though. It's just really goofy. You can get the details for that on my Twitter.
And Aspen, where can people find you?
We can be found on Instagram at Dungeon Journals, and we can be found on our website, www.dungeonjournalgoods.com.
Awesome.
Yes.
And of course, Amber, we can always find you here.
Yep, every Saturday.
Excited for your one shot that's happening next month.
Yes.
If you enjoyed this little small romp, we have another one shot planned for this month on the 12th, Mallaholics, where it's going to be set in the 90s. So that's gonna be kind of fun. Never played a modern game with 5e, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, thank you so much for all our players, and thank you for the guys, for everyone who's been watching it in chat, as well as VOD Gang. So see you guys next Saturday.
See you later.
Laters.
Bye.